with a smile.
Hey, 7-6, they better help you, boy, every time. Don't come across that middle, you know what's going down, baby. Headache time, 15. Hey, 7-3, 7-7. Oh, yeah, 5. You know you hear me, 15. You ain't trying to hurt yourself, 14. Hey, 7, stop holding, man. Oh, 6-4, treble. I got 2 coming. You see our stats, that's real. You ain't blocking me. You ain't blocking me. Hey, ref, he's scared now. Hey, you better buckle up. He tired, boss. I told you y'all wasting plays running ball. Ain't no running, boy. Ain't no f***ing chill. I'm gonna come see you, don't worry. I just lost breath talking. New York. Woo, my chest. Talking. I say I'm talking too much.
See how you laugh at yourself?
What's up, everybody? I'm being shielded out by the sun right now, but hey, we got a preseason game up here ahead of us tonight. We got game 2 after the joint practice with the New England Patriots. And I think the biggest cue that we're all going to be looking for tonight is just proficiency from the offense to the best of our ability, given the fact that we're going to be running some of the most vanilla crap you've ever seen in your life from a preseason game perspective, because we know how this coaching staff in Nick Sirianni is. With that said, guys, we have some updates. We have some news that kind of came out as we were preparing for today's video, and that's really around Johnny Wilson. So I wanted, like, Heavy.com has an article. The title of the article is 25-year-old NFL wide receiver gets important update after Eagles roster move. What this is pertaining to is the fact that after they made the cut to Johnny Wilson, he was cut with a injury waiver designation. So if he cleared waivers, he then was allowed or afforded the opportunity to then come back onto the practice, or, injured reserve. And the Philadelphia Eagles could maintain his status that way. So, I mean, that's interesting news. I'll just go into a little bit of what the article says as we kind of get ready for this game to kick off. I don't think it's going to kick off until after the Miami and Giants game, but the Philadelphia Eagles made a series of deep roster moves on Friday, August 21st. One of the moves includes waiving the 6th-round pick wide receiver Johnny Wilson. The 25-year-old becomes available to the rest of the NFL for the first time in his career since he arrived in the league out of Florida State in 2024. Friday's move certainly suggests that the Eagles are cutting ties with Wilson after an unfortunate start to his career, but one Eagles insider makes it clear that Wilson is likely to be back with the team in some capacity. Wilson will revert to IR if he passes through the waivers, which is likely, Sports Illustrated's John McMullen reported on Friday. So that's a little bit of the business side of things. I mean, I know some of you guys are going to give me shit because you're going to think that I predicted something that I did not predict. When we were talking about the roster as it pertained to wide receivers, I did make note that the Eagles could have potentially carried 6 on the initial 53 to then essentially IR somebody, but had them available before the end of the season. If the Eagles wanted to go that route, the obvious choice here being Johnny Wilson. But they would not go, like I said, they weren't going to go into week 1 more than likely with 6 wide receivers on the active 53. That just seemed very unlikely. They were probably going to go in with 5. However, I want to be clear. It's in the same ballpark of what I was talking about, but a big difference. This is not pertaining to your initial 53. This puts him basically in the preseason IR, which basically puts him out, from my understanding, is for the entirety of the 2026 NFL season if the Eagles place him back there. So just some news and notes kind of going on, some happenings. Guys, I'm going to try to pull this up on YouTube because for whatever reason, my comment section's not working again. I don't know why. It always seems to do this, guys, for whatever reason. All right, let me see if I can't go into my channel and go in the back way into the actual video so I can see everybody's stuff here, guys. All right, let me skip the survey. What's up, Carlos? How you doing, buddy? I appreciate you stopping in and checking out the channel. Big Birds 4133. Hey, man, I'm hanging in there, bro. How you doing, bro? BLG or BLSG. My bad, man. I can't read. My guy, Coach Gate City. It's been a minute, my guy. How have you been? I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Excited to see what happens here. E-Money Bentley, what's good, man? Fly, Eagles, fly. All right, guys, let's take a look and see what they're talking about on NFL Network. Right now, they're still playing the little bits that are left of this Giants and Miami game. I don't know if you guys can see it. I just pulled this stuff up on NFL Network. It's how I kind of get this all, because if you use NFL Plus, guys, I think it's like, I don't know, 14, 15, 16 bucks a month, something in that area. And as long as a game is not in market for where you're living, you can normally kind of get it through NFL Plus. So in the preseason, you can pull it up on your laptop. During the regular season, you have to use a device like a phone or an iPad, basically, because it goes through the app itself. But there's always workarounds, guys. You can, if you want to run yours on, like, my screen's a 34-inch screen, so you can run basically a cable that will convert from your phone to your actual, like, your device of choice that you want to use, your television. You can use a desktop screen, whatever, monitor, whatever you want to use, guys. And that way you can kind of play it, through your system that way if you wanted to. There's different workarounds to it. I also normally get, Game Pass when it comes around. But to be honest, man, sometimes even with Game Pass, once in a great while in North Carolina, it becomes an in-market game for me as well. And it's very annoying because then on Game Pass, it doesn't work either. So then I gotta do my other workaround, sir, on the, yo-ho-ho and a bottle of rum, if you catch my drift to how you can get the games that way. So what is everybody's expectations for what's going to happen this year, man? What are y'all's expectations for, number one, this game? What do you think is going to happen offensively here, man? What's up, Jen? How you doing? What's going on, Eagles Dynasty? Sorry, guys, the screen's very small from where I'm looking at, man. It's very hard to read the comment section here. I guess I could try to mess around with it and get it to work on the stream. It should technically work on the stream, but for whatever reason, the chat does not want to pull up. I might have to go back in. You know what? It's probably because I'm signed out. Let me see if I can't sign back in and fix the stream before the game begins, so that way I can see you guys if you guys are asking me questions and stuff. If not, it's going to be really annoying for trying to work with both things because I got to keep up with the scoreboard as well. Let me see if I cannot find my streaming platform. What was I using, guys? Let me see. Nope. It's not that. Boom. No, it's not Profounder. Yep, it's Streamlabs. See if I can't log back in with Streamlabs and see if that'll maybe take care of the situation. This is the bad part, man. If any of you guys ever have so many different, like, separate things that you use on a daily basis that you're always taking a guess at what email address or freaking password you use for it. Invalid combination. Let me log in with YouTube. That might be easier. Continue. All right, guys, let me see if it goes in this way. Alrighty, now you can see your recent streams and blah, 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 blah. No, man, I want my chat box to show up, blah, blah. All right, the style says clean. All right, let me see if it is now working, because if not, then I'm going to have to keep messing around with the widget until it works. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and copy this. And then we're going to re-upload it and see if it works this time, guys. Oh, no, I see some stuff. I see Big Birds is coming in there. So let me just give it a second because I can see some of it. It's just slowly moving. But at least it's doing something. Oh, my gosh. All right, let me see if I can't get into the chat. Let me see if I can't go back through properties and redo this StreamYard. Let me paste that in. Hit OK. And I don't know if anything's going to work, guys. It does not want to work today for whatever reason. It is not wanting to work. Why does it do this? It is like the worst in the world, man. It's like trying to get OBS to, like, work with everyone. All right, something is off here. Platform. All right, and I don't need any sound effects. Oh, gosh, guys, this is the worst, man. It's trying to work with technology on the fly. That's never fun. All right, I'm just going to give it a go without it. I mean, it kind of sucks. I wish I could see the comments in an easier fashion, but, there's still a workaround. I could still see the comments. I can work with this, guys. Yeah, I hear you, Jazz. Jazz says, look, man, I'm hoping they get a first down. Start small, right? Just move the ball. Be proficient with moving the ball. look more competent offensively than we did in week 1. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I mean, some of this stuff we can write off to the fact that it is vanilla. It's just, it's the way the preseason works. They're always super vanilla in the preseason. And then, normally when we get past the hump of preseason and we get into the regular, we have that 1 week lull in week 1. And then week 2, there's always somewhat of a mix-up. Remember Saquon dropping that ball, which would have put the Falcons away back in 24. There's only something like early in the season, we normally get something like that, but then we tend to eventually round into form. But yeah, I mean, they got to do something. Okay, Big Bird said that he feels that Goddard is going for over 900 as long as he stays healthy. Man, that's a lofty goal. I'd like to see him do that myself, man, because it's been a while since we had that kind of production out of Goddard, to be honest about it. I agree with you that he's completely capable of it, but are you sure you want to view the widget URL show? Okay, well, it's showing it. All right, let's see if we can't keep messing with this, and maybe eventually it'll work. There we go. Mr. Sandman, what's good, man? I think it's got to have something to do with the way that I have it distributing, because it looks like when a new comment pops up, it's showing it, but it doesn't continuously stream it for me. So I have something off in the settings for this, guys. I don't think it's actually the program's fault. I think it's my fault. I think it's a user error here. Enable better TTV emotes. Frenzy, YouTube moderator subscriber verify for the badges. Style is clean. Hide common chat bots. Hide command starting with, well, no. I don't know, guys. I don't see. It's something in my settings. I have messed something up in the settings. I don't know if I'm going to have time to mess with this before the end of the stream, but I can see I can see certain people's comments pop up at times, which makes it kind of frustrating because it tells me it is working on some level. Because if I saw Mr. Sandman's comment, it must say, it's got to be working to a degree. I can see Big Bird's comment when he pops up. So I don't know, man. At least we can see it as it pops up, guys. I don't know why it's not staying on the screen and strolling. I did something in settings, man. I'll figure it out after this one. By the time we get to the regular season, guys, I'll have all the kinks worked out for us. Let me see what Mr. Sandman said. He says, what does calling plays from the box mean for Mannion? That's a great question, Mr. Sandman. I've heard a lot of debate back and forth about whether or not that should be done. Some people are saying that if you look at the most successful organizations, they generally call it from the sideline. There's definitely a streamlined process to being on the sideline where you can be in connection with your quarterback, but the vantage point, very clearly changes from the box. So I have heard some nuanced arguments. I think Nick Foles, Mr. Sandman, was bringing this point up that when you're working as a first-year play caller, it could be, number one, helpful because it can divert all the other attention on the sideline away from it, so where you're only focused on getting the plays into the quarterback and surveying the defense. So you have a better vantage point of what the defense is trying to do, and then you can let some of those in-game kind of conversations and things that happen that, so there's just not too many people in the quarterback's ear, essentially, is what they were saying, Mr. Sandman. Interesting. I don't know, man. That's one to where, I've never ever called plays myself from a box. So I've never had the experience of doing that. I mean, obviously, man, when you're in when you call high school and stuff like that, it's always down on field side. But it's an interesting take there from what I heard differently from the media. The media's all been oh man, that's not good. Most successful play callers do it from the sidelines. I mean, I guess we'll see. Big Bird said he just wants to see Goddard getting the ball more consistently. Because I think in this offense, he can shine. I hear you, man. Mr. Sandman said, ask AI how to fix it. Yeah, I can do it after the stream. It's fine. It's working. It's just, for whatever weird reason, you know what I mean? It's just showing the new comments and then dissipating. So, I don't know. I did something in settings, Mr. Sandman. It's very clearly on me. It's not the actual, it's not Streamlabs. It's definitely on me. I would like to see backup defense play well. Yeah, Stacy Baltimore, I think it's a fair point, but a difficult point too, because our backup defense to some extent doesn't even really play in terms of the interior defensive line. They don't really put more Ojamo out there for a lot of plays. I mean, Byron Young, I guess, did play a handful of plays last week. But yeah, I mean, that's a fair point that, like, from a talent perspective, we should be better than a lot of teams out there in terms of what we do. Some of that stuff I saw from the tape, Stacy, last week was spot dropping. They were just calling the most vanilla crap from a coverage standpoint. And they were just dropping this to like literal space on the field. They're just dropping to an area of green grass and then reacting to what comes in, what crosses their face, essentially. That's not very successful. You don't see them do that very often in games. I don't know from a communication standpoint exactly what that accomplishes if you don't spot drop normally in the season, if you're normally a match carry and deliver style of quarters defense. I don't know, man. I mean, I get they just don't want to tip anything off, but it's definitely a little weird, man. Vic works upstairs, does well. Fair point. Jazz, I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess it's up to the... It's probably on, like, how they feel about, like, you know what I mean? Like, how the individual reacts better. Do they do better without the crowded noise of things going on around them and have to deal individually with the players, where they can just focus more on scheme, technique, what they're seeing from the opposition, versus, like, the guys that, when they're in the mix of it, they find it. They find that gear, right? Like Shane Steichen was, I think, a good example of a guy that just, like, when shit got going in the games, man, he always found that extra gear. I thought Kellen Moore did a really good job with that too. What's up, Arbel Rick? What is your background? Were you previously a coach? Yeah, I spent about a little over 10 years coaching. Everything I started off in Pop Warner all the way up to middle school, all the way into high school. I played, in high school. Thought about walking on the NC State's football team. Went out there for a couple of days and was like, "The hell with this." But to be fair to me, guys, I was walking on at the time. I had come back from essentially being in the military, so I was older, just trying to get back in. Like, don't get me wrong, you're physically in shape when you're in the military, but it's a little different. Like, it's a different level of fitness, of preparedness, if you will. So I wasn't personally ready to play like that. That's why I respect a lot of the guys that we have in our comment section that are kind of a active part of our community. Mr. Sandman being one of those. Jalen Williams, my guy, Dubs, the O-line guru. Those guys all played college ball. They all played D1, and they were all pretty damn good ball players. So, I mean, I do like to depend upon them to kind of talk a little bit about the game and kind of get a feel for what's going on. Let me see if they actually have switched up gears, guys, because I'm here just chatting away and not keeping up with the actual game flow. Let me see what we got here, guys. All right. Looks like we just got some talk going on. Let me see if I can't get it to switch over to the Eagles game. It's showing 4:30. It's doing some weird stuff, to be honest about it. But I'm going to see. Yeah, here we go. They're talking to Mike Vrabel now on the sidelines. I'll go ahead and unmute it for us. What's up, Arbel Rink? Semper Fi, bro. I hear you, brother. You're a Marine, huh? I was Navy. This is going to be interesting, guys. This is definitely going to be an interesting game. All right, what is it? It's showing me highlight stuff. Engage with your audience. What's happening? Sorry, I just wanted to see what it was asking me to do. From what I could tell on the stream, guys, what Vrabel is saying, it's tying around, like, the deep roster guys, essentially, like the importance of preseason, how they evaluate it. That's kind of an interesting conversation because I think that very much, differs between organizations. I don't know how much the Eagles value the preseason snaps. I think they all, it's just my perspective, guys. I'm not in the room. But I feel like when they have these borderline roster guys that, guys they want to sneak through, I feel like they're almost annoyed when they make plays in the preseason because then tape gets out on those guys and they're like, well, shit, now we're screwed. You know what I mean? Like, it definitely kind of feels like there's an element of that, in my opinion. But yeah, that's an interesting one, like how the differences are between different organizations and how they view it, man. The only bad thing about this is I feel like when you watch it on NFL Plus, it's always the local broadcast, and because it's we're playing on the road for the second straight week, we're getting New England's coverage of it. So even myself, I almost I like to hear a little bit of it, but I kind of mute it after a while just because, yeah, they're not always unbiased. I feel like our guys do a much better job of being unbiased in the coverage. Some of these other commentators are not very, they're very much biased, I guess would be the right way of saying that. All right, here we go. Kickoff, fielded from about the 6-7 yard line. Ooh, big hit, man. He got flipped up in the air. Looked like Smile Munden might have been in on that one and somebody else. Somebody's down for the Eagles. That was a big hit. Oh, shit. Who's number 45, guys? Oh, is that Gush? Or is that Brandon George? I think they just said Brandon George. I'm going to take a look real quick who the heck that is. All right, they're arguing over whether or not they're going to take a break on the broadcast. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the Eagles, look up the roster, see who 45 is, and just keep this roster maybe on the ready, just in case. Let's see, roster 45, guys. If you're following along, the guy who got injured is number 45. I think that might be the George, the young man we just signed. Yeah, Brandon George. He's that linebacker we signed, I think, sometime right before the Baltimore game. We're already pretty shallow at the linebacker spot. We might see Jahad Campbell again just because of numbers, to be quite honest. Yeah, that's Brandon George that went down. I didn't get a great look at what caused the injury, so I'm not too sure exactly what happened. But, I mean, you could see that the young man that was running the ball, that fielded the ball for New England, I mean, he got launched into the air a little bit, so it was a pretty violent hit, man. I appreciate that, Arbel. Yes, sir. Kickoff. Here we go. Our starting safety in college was ex-military, older man with a wife and kids. I think he was in the reserves. Real professional, no messing around. That's pretty cool, Mr. Sandman. Yeah, wife and kids, that's rough, bro. That is a dedicated man. Like, that's not easy because you're definitely coming in as an older prospect into a young man's game. Mind you, when we first got out of the military, if we only do like 3 or 4 years, guys, we're still relatively young, but we don't feel young when we get to college. I can tell you that, man. I definitely felt a lot older than my peers when I was in college, and because of being in the military. But yeah, it definitely teaches you some discipline. There's no doubt about that, Mr. Sandman. Like, you could tell the guys who kind of washed out in the service and the guys that excelled. It's very obvious by the way they carry themselves, to be honest. Well, I mean, what do you guys think? You think they're going to bring Jahad Campbell in now because of this injury? I was hoping we'd get more of an evaluation. This feels eerily to the way we opened up the 2025 season, if y'all remember, on that kickoff where we, ended up losing BVS for the season on the opening kickoff, and then Jalen Carter got kicked out before the first offensive snap. Well, defensive snap for us. Offensive snap for the Cowgirls. Oh. Yeah, everyone's down on a knee. Doesn't look good, guys. If you guys are searching where to find the game, if you have NFL Plus, yeah, ambulance, good catch, Jazz. I saw that flash for a second too. NFL Plus, guys. If you go to NFL Plus, you can watch the game. If you can't find it on NFL Plus, I can't tell you because I'm live streaming and they'll come after me for it. But I mean, yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. It's a pirate's life for me. If you catch my drift, there's another way of getting the games, guys. Yeah, good catch, Jazz. All right. Let me get my scoreboard ready. Okay, scoreboard is ready. Okay. All right, everything is ready, guys. I'm not going to run the time, so I'll give you guys the downs. I'll give you a rough estimate of where the time stamps are, but I don't want to see, I don't want to have to do too much of this, man. I don't want to have to keep going back and forth on it. Arbel said, do you think Trot is a part of our best 11? Defensively, I think you could probably make a case that in particular to the run game and just understanding the plays and calling the plays and being where you're supposed to be, that he's probably ahead of Jihad Campbell right now, but Jihad's ceiling is super high, so he's just not going to play in front of Jihad, I don't think. I think the interesting question, Arbel, for me personally is, what happens next year with Zach Bond? There is an out. It doesn't mean they're going to take it, guys. Don't freak out. It doesn't mean that they're going to take the out. But there is technically an out in Zach Bond's contract. You do have Trot Jr. on the last year of his rookie deal. He's going to be far more affordable than Zach Bond long term. And Zach Bond, while he's a difficult evaluation, guys, he's over the age of 30, but he doesn't have a lot of wear and tear on his body. So it's kind of like a difficult one to judge, to be honest. It's such a unique situation to have this level of talent in the linebacking core, because ideally I'd love to keep everybody together. I'd love to keep the band together at least through this year and next year, and then look through 28 as that kind of transitioning year. But if I had to take a wild guess, man, at some point in time, they got to make a decision on whether they think Trot can be a starting linebacker in this league. And do you feel very comfortable with it being Trot and, a guy like Jihad Campbell going forward? Because you can't pay everybody. There's going to be casualties in terms of like the guys that we just can't keep around. And I do wonder if Zach Bond's going to be one of those names. And by the way, guys, I'm not advocating for that. I'm just speaking logically to what the cap situation is. I mean, I would much rather they found a way of keeping him. All right, guys, first quarter, 14:55 to play. It's 1st and 10 at the New England 30. Damn, it looks like it may have, was it a neck or stinger? Crap. That's not good, bro. Yeah, that's not good, man. Trainers went straight for his neck. While game is paused, condolences to Ed Oliver and his family. Yeah, that's really sad. I didn't know that his son had passed. That's super unfortunate. And I got a youngin' that's the exact same age, so that's scary. Yeah, Arbel said that's true, and you had the defensive backs to pay as well. Yeah, exactly. Okay. It looks like they got the McCourties as part of their broadcast. I don't know who the other guy is. All right, DeVito's coming out, I think, for the Patriots as their starter for this game. I see Smile Munden. I see Trot Jr. are your starters at linebacker for the Eagles. Just because we were having that discussion about linebackers, guys. Damn, Mr. Sandman, that's crazy, bro. He said it's a violent game. I was taken to the hospital in an ambulance from a neck injury in football. Happened the same way. Pushed in the back. I was very fortunate, Mr. Sandman. It never happened to me. The worst thing that ever happened to me was I pulled my hamstring trying to get out of bounds one time, and that allowed a much larger person than me, who, by the way, played in the NFL, to catch up, and I'm pretty sure I made their highlight reel out of high school, because he destroyed me as I was going out of bounds, and there was nothing I could do, sir. I couldn't run away with my hamstring pulled. All right, DeVito's going under center. Two-back set. It's a running play. Yeah, it's a decent gainer. Probably about a good 3 or 4 yards. We got a flag on the play. Holding. Ooh, that's going to be a rough start. 1st and 20 now from the New England 20-yard line, guys. Good start for the defense. Let's see what we got. All right, DeVito's under center again. They're in an I formation. Two-back set. I mean, we're back to 1990s here. All right, play action. Oh, that was almost picked. Good break by Ringo. Also, Epineza really, man, he has got some size, sir. That wingspan is crazy from Epineza. Watch this. Oh, it didn't even show us. Was it Epineza that got his hands out there like that? Watch. Oh, man, if Epineza was playing that ball, that might have been a pick. Yeah, Ringo did. That was a good break on the ball by Ringo. Yeah, Ringo needs that play. All right, where they were in shotgun, a little dump off to the back. Oof, that's going to be a good gainer. That's first down. They got to come up and make a tackle here, guys. That's not good. Yeah, that's unacceptable. Yeah, AJ, yeah, I agree with you, Jazz. He was pretty good. Yeah, it could have been a pick six. I agree. Is Miles Hinton playing defensive tackle? No, that's Gabe Hall. 96, a big boy. Yeah, Gabe Hall got some size to him. He's a very uniquely built young man. All right, under center again. Handoff. Good play. Gabe Hall came up with a play. Gabe Hall with a nice play there. Yeah, they got to tackle better than that last play, though. That screen game, that's just unacceptable, man. They allowed entirely too many yards on that play. All right, let's see what we got here. DeVito. Waiting for the play to be called in. DeVito's going up to the line of scrimmage. Looks like he's going to be under center. All right, they got two back set with a wing. Wing's coming across the tight end. We got a handoff. Oh, good play, Michael Carter. Yes, sir. Somebody missed that backside block for real. Michael Carter and Gabe Hall with a nice play here. And we got a Patriot down, guys. Come on. It's going to be one of those games, man. It's going to definitely be one of those games. Oh, they announced them Philly Fire. We'll have to go back and look at the snap count. I mean, maybe he did play in there on the first. That would be unique. I never heard of him taking snaps at interior D-line, but I'll go back and check, though, after the game to see if that would be unique. That'd be something to definitely cover. Yeah, somebody's down, guys. This is going to be a very slow first quarter of play here. So just so y'all know where they're at right now, it's first quarter. There's 13:09 in the game. It's a 30-8 from the 50-yard line. When they get back to play, somebody just went down, man. That's how it is, Jazz. You've been around for a while. This team just... someone brought up a point about that. Remember that game where we were playing the Jets and someone hit Jalen Hurts late out of bounds, and you had the whole clip of Sirianni going, what the... Salah? Someone brought that up. I don't know. I don't know if that really has anything truly to do with it. I'm sure it's got some part to do with it because, they'd rather be, I think, a little rusty. I think you could make a case, though, Jazz, that this season is a little different, and maybe they should come out for a series or two next week just to go through the process of the play calling. Mannion in the ears of Hurts, more so than like knocking rust off. Not knocking rust off of like the timing and all that stuff. I don't think you're going to accomplish enough for that little limited amount of reps. But you can maybe knock some of the rust off from a procedural standpoint of calling the plays in, getting it in, that kind of stuff. I mean, maybe they would be persuaded next week to run a series or two like that just for that specific purpose. But yeah, as soon as I heard they said that the Pats weren't running any of their starters, like, yeah, there's no chance we are. I do wonder why other teams don't run out their first teams against the Eagles. They seem to kind of follow suit for the most part. You know what I mean? Minus, if we get them on their dress rehearsal, then of course, we get the starters. But, I would be honest that I'd probably do that anyways, just because, to be frank about it, why not try to get some kind of momentum with your starters against twos to feel good about something, right? You know what I mean? I don't know why other teams don't try to take advantage of that. Now, mind you, I will say our second team defense isn't terrible, but it's certainly not, it's not starting quality. It wouldn't be a very good defense, if that's what our starting 11 was. But I mean, for a backup perspective, there's definitely a few guys that can play on that too, on that group of two. Jazz said, I'm going to be honest. Footage I saw on Landon trying to move around scary. Yeah, he hasn't had the greatest of starts. I'm holding out hope that he might be one of those guys that maybe as time goes by, he gets a little bit more into the groove of it and he gets a little better. But yeah, I certainly understand what you're saying. Ooh, I thought Gabe Hall had him. Damn, that was a good throw. Was he in or out? Oh, there's a hole. It's coming back anyways. Okay, yeah, it was an incomplete pass, so they declined the penalty. Yeah, Gabe Hall flashed through the screen, so I'm not too sure who was up on him. You said he looks badly damaged, Jazz? I hope we're wrong, Jazz. I do hope that you and I are wrong on that, but maybe they're just being very conservative with him, and I don't know. But yeah, he does look to me, it's not the speed. He's never been a speed demon. It's the physicality. Landon used to move people off the line. Automatically, you were getting moved off the line by Landon. But yeah, jeez, come on, guys. Hold on to the football. Britton Covey, I think, recovered it, but he also bobbled it. If you're trying to make the roster, if you're Britton Covey, not a good start. Yeah. I'm wondering if they're going to use him as the punt returner over the first few weeks through the practice squad. I don't know, though. I might try to, maybe because Mekhi Lemon's been out, they just don't feel comfortable with it. But Mekhi's been a punt returner before in college, and I think he would do a decent enough job, especially this year is like the 3 or 4 in the offense in terms of receivers. All right, under center, is this Andy Dalton? Andy Dalton. All right. He rolled it, threw it down at the feet. Threw it down at the feet of Eli Stowers. I couldn't really see good enough downfield, guys, to see if anything was open. I'm hoping Andy looks a little better than he did last week, guys. I wasn't feeling the performance I saw out of him last week. I didn't think that he had a great performance, personally. All right, under center again, single back. Oh, good run. Good run. There we go, Shipley. I got to be honest, the early reports on Will Shipley had me wondering if he was going to make the roster. I know I just said earlier that they don't really give two craps about preseason, but tell me I'm crazy, or has Will Shipley been actually decent in preseason? Thank you, Philly Fire. Yeah, Arbel. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Jazz. Shipley looks like he's been decent to me in the preseason so far. Yeah. I can see Markel Bell's out there on the second line. EJ Jenkins is out there at tight end. Fred Johnson's out there as the other tackle. I can see Jake Majors is out there. I don't know if he's playing center or the guard spot. I'll see in a second, guys. I'll get you the full lineup here in terms of the offensive lineman for the second, our starting unit, but the second team unit in reality. Okay. Yeah, no. It looks like Jake Majors might be playing left guard in this game. Bro, these quarterbacks have got to be better, man. I think Willie Lampkin's playing center. I think. I may not be seeing this right. Give me a second, man. Lampkin might be at right guard. Yeah, I might not be seeing this correctly. Let me see. No, I think Lampkin is the center. So I think Willie Lampkin's at center. It looks like Jake Majors is at left guard. Um, no, Jake Majors is definitely at right guard. Man, yeah, these quarterbacks are starting to worry me, guys. I have not seen proficient quarterback play from these guys. I will say Andy Dalton did have a really nice throw last week that Darius Cooper just he couldn't bring it down. But outside of that, man, I have not. I ain't been a fan, man. I have not been a fan of what I've seen from them. So I'm looking through, guys. I'll give you the exact lineup that I saw here. Yeah, it's not Hinton. Hinton's not out there yet. It's not Michael Jordan. Yeah, it's Drew Kendall. So I think they got Fred Johnson left tackle. I think Drew Kendall may be your left guard. It looked like Willie Lampkin was playing center. Right guard looked like it was Jake Majors to me, and right tackle was Markel Bell in the second unit. They seem to really like Jake Majors, man. I'm not as high on him as I think the coaching staff is, but sometimes it's best to just separate your own feelings about a player and just pay attention to what the coaching staff is showing you. And you can say it's not always a good thing if you're playing a lot of snaps, but it also shows that they haven't given up on him either. And they're either giving him a chance to audition or they're giving him a damn good look over for potentially sticking to this roster. All right, they're in shotgun. Looks like DeVito's a quarterback still. Woo. All right, Mac McWilliams and Andre Sam look like they came up with the tackle. Yeah, I haven't been very thrilled with Andy Dalton's play either, guys. All right, two back set. The carts are on both sides. It's dual cart, if you will, of the quarterback. All right, tight end just came across motion, or across the screen. Real quick hitter out to the receiver. Yeah, I think he dropped it. No, I thought he dropped it. Okay, maybe he didn't. No, it came out. I think it came out as he was coming down. All right. No joking. It did look like there was a guy out there. I thought I saw Miles Hinton's number out there on defense, guys. I don't know if it's someone has like maybe a similar number to him, and that's what we're seeing. Yeah, Philly Fire. There you go. I saw 78. Yeah, I think I saw the same thing. I'm not going to lie, Philly Fire. I think I just saw the same thing. I'm not 1,000% sure. I could just be misseeing the number, but I thought I saw the same thing you did. That's unique. Probably not a good thing for Miles Hinton, though. You don't normally want to be changed this late into the camp process. Man, they are just giving up these little short throws, man. Come on, Vic, tell these guys to go up here and challenge this more. So after the first offensive series, what I'll say, guys, is yeah, they didn't exactly move the ball, man. I mean, Ship looked good running, but I don't know, man. It feels like they keep debuting Andy Dalton, and I don't know why they don't just put. I would just put McKee in, man. Depth at corner is concerning to you. Ooh, oh, Epineza almost had him. It ain't gonna matter though because he just ran for the first. But Epineza definitely had he had a nice rush there. Got to make the play though. Ah. Damn, I thought Epineza was going to get that foot there. Good job by Trot, though. All right, what can they do? All right, I think I see 78 in there again, guys. It looks like 78's on the nose. And damn, if that is Hinton, he's playing good. Who is that? That can't be Hinton. No friggin' way. Because if that's Hinton, then they damn sure had this guy at the wrong spot. Because that was a damn good play. Come on, man. Give us a better view. Okay. I am trying to see this number, man, because it does. Maybe they just. I can't. Look over the nose, guys. Whoever is there is actually playing pretty damn well, especially in the run game. So 78. Is that Hinton? Do we have a number switch up before the damn game or something? What happened? It's another guy? Who the hell is that? Because he's playing good, man. Philly Fire, whoever 78 is playing pretty damn good at the nose. Oh, come on. You got to have that one, guys. Yeah, I hear you, Harbell. Yeah, he does need to chill out a little bit with that. All right, here goes Ringo. Decent coverage by Ringo, honestly. Damn. Come on, man. You got to find that football. Yeah, Ty, you got to chill, bro. Ty's getting a pass rush in there, but yeah. Ty said, I'm taking someone with me if I don't make the team. Yeah, I'm trying to look through right now and see who it is, man. Miles Hinton is 78. Who the hell else is carrying the number 78 defensively? Because whoever that is playing pretty damn well, to be honest with you, against the run. That might be someone maybe we can get through the practice squad, man, and keep them around. That looks like somebody that's worth developing, in my opinion. Whoever the hell that is on defense. I'm trying to find that, guys. Micah Morris is 76. 78 is Hinton. Is there another 78 on this team? All right. Where in the hell? That's Zion Wilson. Damn, that's the young man out of, and he's a true nose too. 6'3", 316, out of East Carolina. I got to be honest, man, he's playing pretty damn good. Shit, Zion's looking good, bro. I might have to go back and run some tape on Zion Wilson because in the run game in particular, Zion looked pretty damn good. He might be worth sticking around on the damn practice squad, to be real with you. Did they sign another defensive tackle? I can go through and tell you who they got on the roster currently. Byron Young, Zion Wilson. Let's see. I'm scrolling through, guys. Ty Robinson, Morrow. Make sure I'm not skipping anybody. Gabe Hall. I think you're right. I think they signed Blay, but I don't know if they cut Blay again. Jordan Davis. Jalen Carter. Nah, David Blay. I think David Blay's still on the roster. At least they haven't updated the roster if he was cut again. U.R. Bernard. Yeah, that looks like the grouping. All right. Gennard and Tree Castro Fields are both out. Yeah, I got to tell you, Jazz, man, he's looked good in run defense. Good hand usage. Appreciate that, man. Crispy Bogod. I appreciate that, bro. All right, we'll come back with a run. Looks like the same exact lineup here. It's interesting because, our three interior offensive linemen are all natural centers. that are moving all along the line. I know, like, if you take a guy like Willie Lampkin in college, he actually played more as a guard than he did center. That was really a convert after he got to the pros with the Rams. But, I mean, if you look, Jake Majors, Willie Lampkin, Drew Kendall. Oh, there we go. There we go. Keep your feet, Darius. Keep your feet, Darius. Crossed over the 50. We got some momentum, guys. Holy hell, finally. That's crazy, Jazz. Thankfully for us, they did turn down his 6-year because turning down that 6-year was a big help for us. Ooh, Shipley's starting to play some ball, bro. That was a hell of a stiff arm and a way to keep his balance. That was good contact balance through that. I'm a little impressed by Shipley. I'm not going to lie. I think Shipley's playing a hell of a lot better than he's been given credit for recently. That was a big play for Darius Cooper, guys. That was a damn big play for Darius Cooper, man. He needed that because, man, some people were on his ass after last week. Oh. Yeah, no, that didn't fool anybody. Yeah, that didn't fool anybody. Yeah, I think Jake Majors got beat there. I don't mean to keep kicking this guy, but yeah, Jake Majors got destroyed. All right, let's see what we got, guys. 3rd and 7. Ooh. That's a good snag by Darius, and I mean, it's 4th and short. They may go for it here. But I'd like to see him play a little bit more physical because I think Darius Cooper is he's capable. To be honest with you, Lambaroo? Sorry, man. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and watch the tape on him. I just remember him being coveted as a receiving, back, and it hasn't really come to fruition yet in this season, but hopefully it does this year because we kind of need that. Here we go. They're going for it on 4th and 1. Oh, there we go. Darius Cooper is coming alive. Coop. We might get points. Let's see a tush push with Andy Dalton. They might have to carry him, sir. I agree, Arbel. I agree. That's a good take. They definitely seem to be executing the plays a lot better this week. All right, they just shifted out of that, out of the stack. That's Ezukanmu on the very bottom that just shifted over in the motion. All right, blocking at the second level. Boy, Shipley is running hard, man. I got to tell you, I mean, Shipley's looked really good this preseason. I don't know what is, this camp seems to be a little up and down. I thought I heard some good positive things about him in joint practice. Oh, that was Torrey. I'm an idiot. 46 is Torrey. That wasn't Ezukanmu. My bad, guys. Come on. Come on. Yeah, of course they are. What did Shipley say? Shipley said,
I ran through, buddy.
That's what Shipley's saying. I ran through, buddy. Come on. Yeah, they have noted that New England's had a hell of a time stopping the run this offseason. So, we've seen a little bit through the passing game. If you can bully these guys, we need the momentum. Bully their ass into the end zone. All right, we're under center. All right. Looks like Latu. All right. Oh, yeah, split flow. That was an ugly pass. Holy hell. Andy, where the hell was that ball supposed to be? Yeah. Oh, God, Andy, you're making my job hard, bro. I'm supposed to say nice things. I mean, holy hell, dude. I don't know. Maybe he just didn't think there was a shot at that one and grounded it on purpose. Maybe that's. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He grounded it so he didn't get his guy killed. Here we go, Ship. Get that first. Get that first, Ship. That's what I'm talking about, Shipley. My man's looking like a real player out here. Tell him, Shipley. Tell him, Shipley.
I ran through, buddy.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, Arbel. Mannion's doing better in the booth. Is he in the booth tonight? Mr. Salmon, I didn't catch that during the pregame stuff. Or the lead up to it. I kind of went, I was with the baby today. Yeah, you think he grounded it on purpose, Lambaroo? It might have been. On the replay, it looked like it was pretty well covered up to me, too. Look at Shipley, bro. That's what I'm talking about, Shipley. Keep moving it. Hey, Shipley's out here telling him,
Suck, jackass!
Who would say that on the football?
you suck. That's Dallas Goddard with the you suck. You suck, jackass. All right, here we go. 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4 from New England's 8, guys. Andy Dalton is going. Well, he's actually in shotgun. I thought he was going under center. Look at Shipley. Boy, Shipley is just moving them legs, bro. Let's go, Ship. Let's go, Ship.
It's going to be a grimy one. F it.
Man, Ship's doing a good job, bro. Yeah, Michael Smith, I hear you. I hear you. I got to be honest with the way that the defense was moving on some of these, Michael. I think Hurts could have damn near walked into the end zone at this point. Look, I'll be honest. You got to judge it by the competition. We've known that New England's run defense is kind of Swiss cheese, but you got to be better than the competition that's in front of you. And I got to give this second unit offensive line some credit tonight, and Shipley. I mean, Majors got beat. Jake got beat on one of the plays, and they got some, they penetrated into the backfield and got Shipley down. Definitely got a tackle for loss there. But outside of that one play, the run game has been pretty damn good tonight. Like, I think a few of you guys have pointed out that Markel Bell has been just absolutely displacing people along the line. That's a giant, though, guys, man. Markel Bell is, whew. Dude, can you imagine jumbo packages with Markel Bell? Jeez. Mr. Sandman said, I got time to pay attention to these things, Gate. My kids are grown and in college. I got one that's, she's coming up on it. I got one that's coming up. She's got a couple more years of high school left, and then by the time she graduates, the other one starts. Not high school, but starts school. Yep. Yeah, I think they're doing a pretty good job, man. Like, I mean, all things considered, like, I think this second unit line, it's done what you can ask for. My guy, Eyeshine, what's good, buddy? He said, if our O-line holds up this year, Hurts will snap on play actions and bootlegs, I believe, Gate. I mean, yeah, he's a hell of a different problem to have to take on, isn't he? Like, because now you got to really be concerned that he can actually tuck it and start running with it. Yeah, that's a different problem, man. That's going to draw some linebackers to kind of leave the void and start coming up and playing them. If not, if they're playing out there with their feet in concrete, whew, he's going to have a hell of a year. That's going to be a year. Yeah, O-line 2 has progressed. I agree, guys. I agree with that take, man. Y'all got it. I believe that one, too. All right, let's see what we got. First and goal from the 5-yard line, guys. Shotgun formation. Looks like 12 personnel. They tried to run it. They got about a yard or so, maybe half a yard. They're definitely trying to play bully ball here. That's for sure. Yep. We're just starting the second quarter. You know, they got you in the comment section, guys. They ended the first quarter. That's why we went to commercial break. Damn. Come on, guys. Push them off the ball. Let's get to the end zone. All right, under center. Handed it off. Oh, he's got it. He's in. Touchdown, Will Shipley. Let's go. Will Shipley into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia Eagles. Bro, that was some movement. Woo! Man. Yeah. That's called being displaced, brother. Like, you got moved. They moved your ass, that's for sure. All right, let's go. Come on, we need these extra points. We can't be bullshitting here. Damn, he got it, but whew. That was too close for comfort, man. All right, 7-zip. 7-zip Eagles. Damn, that was a good play, man. Man, here we go, man. Here we go. My guy Arbel said Stowers with a block. Okay, no more ship for tonight. You said he's done, Arbel? You've seen enough, huh? iShine said, and to think these guys are playing to be backups to the starting O-linemen. Bell and Lampkin Kendall are solid, man. 100%, man. Can Jake kick outdoors anymore? Yeah. I hope, Jazz, it's going to be a long season if you can't because, look, I like Jake Elliott. I do. But, yeah, we can't have repeats of last season. Arbel said he's done enough for tonight. Lambaroo said Jake really has that magnet pulling everything right these days, doesn't he? Yeah, something's going on, man. That was a little closer than I was anticipating. Woo! Big hit. Good tackle. Good tackle. Man, Eagles got a decent coverage team on the kickoffs. Mr. Sandman said, is this improvement from our offense, or is it just familiarity with this team after a week of practice? Probably a little bit of both, Mr. Sandman. Also, I think we also can't ignore the fact that this team is just not a very good run defense. Their defense isn't. Oof. Need a little bit more push than that, guys. Also, I think they got on their ass from that Baltimore game. If I had to take a wild guess, Mr. Sandman, the coaching staff was on their ass for the way that we played on both sides of the line of scrimmage in the run game last week. That was a little disappointing because I knew those guys were better than what they were showing out there. I'm sold on Lampkin. I hear you, Philly Fire. Me too, brother. Me too. Here we go. Here we go. Well, I'll say this, man. At least they're fighting out there this week. That was a little bit more of a second effort than I would like to see, but, I mean, they're fighting out there. All right, we got a 3rd and short coming up, guys. A rare Wisniewski sighting. He's going to need to be cited quite a bit to end this camp, man. He's going to need to definitely be cited. Haskins is a physical back, too. Yeah, Haskins got some size to him, man. 3rd and short with Haskins in the backfield. 2-back set, I formation. Here comes the handoff. Woo, good defense. Look at that. It was close. Yeah, he might have got the first, but damn, it was close. They're talking shit about New England on the broadcast. A UR Bernard sighting. Shit. So I guess there's some disagreements on the field whether or not that was a first down. I asked preseason, if I'm New England, you don't give a shit about the score. How many chances you're going to get at like a 4th and inches? You got to go for it. You know what I mean? You don't care if you lose a preseason game. Jake scares me every time he kicks. Yeah, I hear you, Arbel. Yeah. All right, they gave him the first down. Damn, they gave him the first down, bruh. That sucks, man. That sucks. Under center, I formation. Some form of a 2-back set. All right, play action. Uh-oh, there's a pass rush. Oh, he escaped that, bro. That's going to be a big gainer. This is a massive gainer. Man, this kid can run. Who is DeVito, bro? Is that Tommy DeVito? So I feel like I've heard this guy before. I feel like we've seen this dude in the preseason before. Yeah, good call, Arbel. Yes, yeah, definitely felt like they lost contain. They got good pressure, but yeah, you're right. Here to come. Boy, Vic is definitely dialing up some stuff he wasn't dialing up on the first game. He brought extra on that one. Mr. Salmon said, wow, UR Bernard is so strong. He's not even playing with good leverage. He's just using raw power to push the guard back. Yeah, I mean, he's a freak. That's a freak athlete right there. From the Giants, I think. Shine, I think you're 1,000% right. I think it's exactly where we probably know him from. Ex-Giant. Yeah, everybody's got, yeah. I feel, I was like, damn, I feel like we've heard this name before. All right, he's under center. All right, we got a handoff. There was not a lot of running room, but man, Haskins is fighting. I'll give Haskins credit. Haskins came in here ready to throw some blows. Mac McWilliams, I probably have to see how he's playing in run support. It's a great question, man. I mean, I thought that he kind of allowed an escape route on the low zone area earlier on, to where he just didn't come up and play the ball very well. He was just being very passive. But I mean, it's a singular play. I don't want to dog him because he's very. He's a guy that plays all over the field. Even in the first preseason game, they played him inside out. Damn, that should have been a pick again. Sam, they hit Andrew Sam like right in the hands, man. Tommy DeVito was in Goodfellas. Future. All right, field goal unit. I mean, look, the defense held, man. At the end of the day, they held. $41-yard attempt. Oh, yeah, I think he got it. All right, 7-3, gentlemen. 7-3. That is where we are at. Let me put the points up for these guys. They get no cheers. We don't give out cheers for field goal. Unless it's the Eagles. You know, I really wish I could see more of the actual. I wish they did. Okay, I can see stats. Hold up. Nah, it's nothing going on live, though. I think after the game, it'd give me the stats. Let me go this way, guys. I can pull it up this way. I'm not yawning. Let me go here. Scoring summary, game stats. Let's see. All right, so far, time of possession is 10:55 for the Pats, 8:35 for the Eagles. First downs, 6 first downs for the Eagles, 5 for the Pats. Much better start this time around, guys. 100 yards of total offense for the Eagles. Took us only like damn near 4 quarters last week. 101 total yards for the Pats. 44 yards passing for the Eagles, 39 for the Pats. 56 yards rushing for the Eagles, 62 yards rushing for the Pats. A lot of that coming off their quarterback, to be honest. No penalties on the Eagles, 1 penalty on the Pats so far. Total return yards, 21 for the Eagles, 43 for the Pats. 18 total plays to 20 total plays. 18 for the Eagles, 20 for the Pats, guys. Yards per play. The Philadelphia Eagles are averaging 5.6. Oh, hell yeah. We'll take that. New England's averaging 5.1. Let's drop that total down a little bit, guys. No turnovers yet. Eagles have had some opportunities and let them slip through their hands, literally. Tommy DeVito is from New Jersey. What a coincidence. That's hilarious. Sean, that's a good point, man, about McKee. Yeah, Tanner got to get that mojo back for sure. Yeah, that's something we definitely need. Good to see Coop making plays. Yeah, Philly Fire. That was a hell of a first possession, or not first possession. I think it was our second possession, but I mean, he had a hell of a series out there. Just so we know, guys, we're starting at New England's 35. It's second quarter, 11:06. Obviously, it'll be first and 10 when they come back out. How do you guys feel about Ringo's play so far? I thought after he made that pick last week into what I've seen this week, he's been better. I'm not going to say that, I thought he got away with one earlier, but he looks like he's actually active around the football. I mean, I wonder if that wake-up call is what he needed. Maybe getting that little, just that teeny tiny, it's a little backhanded, but teeny tiny words of encouragement from Vic, maybe that helped him out. I'm not sure. Holy hell, good return. Who is this? Is that Ezukamu? Ezukama? Damn it. That's coming back. Oh, man. All right, guys. First and 10 from the Philly 15. That sucks. 11:06 mark, second quarter. All right, shotgun formation, empty back set, quick hitter. Shit, was that picked? All right, roughing the passer. We got bailed out. Yeah, the rookie got that penalty. That's a big penalty, man. Oof, you got to make that play. Yeah, I don't think that would have been a pick. I don't think that would have been a pick. to be real. That looked like it was on the ground to me. All right, guys, let's see what we got here. All right, 7-3, 10:56 mark, 1st and 10. We are at our own 30 now. Under center, Andy Dalton. Play action. Quick hitter over the middle. Dalton is putting the ball in harm's way, my guy. Holy hell. Hell, man. And you're throwing the Quez in these situations? Nah, that's not the right guy for that. I don't like Quez in that situation. All right, Dalton is empty back set, shotgun formation. Three to your left to the field side, 2 up top to your right to the boundary. Oh, damn, they're all over Dalton. He did get a good job getting the ball out, though. That was a good job. Yep. Is a lot of pressure coming, Arbel. I agree. A lot of blitz. But they got to execute better than this. All right. Running back is to the cart, off to the right of the quarterback. 3-by-1 set to your left. Timing throw on 3rd and 10. Boy, he targeted Quez quite a bit in this series. And Quez caught none of them. I'm not trying to pick on Quez, but literally he caught none of them. All right. Number 30 is a gunner, and hell, I can't see the other side, man. He's like way the hell up there. I'll go back and look at that when we get tape again, guys. I did see one of them. I was able to see one of the gunners on the special teams unit. Mind you, these aren't our starters, per se, for special teams, but I just wanted to see who's actually competing for the spots and how they're performing, to be real with you. I'm trying to scroll down now to see who the hell this is. All right, 31, 30. Sean Wade, cornerback Sean Wade at Ohio State, was one of the gunners on the special teams unit there on that punt coverage. Maybe Mac McWilliams, potentially. I couldn't tell. I don't think Mac played any gunner last week, though, to be fair. And he did it in the regular season last year. He played some gunner on the special teams unit. Punt coverage in particular, guys. Yeah, I hear you, Arbel. I mean, it would make some sense to maybe try to hit them with the screen there, but they're not game planning like that. But yeah, I hear you on the actual flow of a real game with the way that they're coming with, hot at us like that. Yeah, you got to do something to slow that shit down. Lambaroo said that he wanted Jacus. Said Jacus? Jacus? I have no idea how to say that young man's last name. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, there's a couple of them in this draft class I thought would make decent like third guys. It's going to be tough to make it on our team, to be real with you, especially after we traded for Jonathan Gennard on day 2 of the draft. But, when you look at the youth, you had to have a youth movement here. Yeah, Mr. Salmon, I hear you said, well, I mean, if the defense is going to keep blitzing us, you might as well call a damn screenplay to just chill it out and get used to the, I guess offensive flow of a regular season. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're giving anything away by running a screen either. I would agree with you, Mr. Sandman. I mean, that's standard across all 32 teams. I agree. Oh, there we go. Yeah. That was what I saw a lot, though, from them. I'm talking about what they were just showing on the screen, guys. Their offense is a lot of vertical outside the numbers. Now, they did run deep crossers. I saw an over route. They ran some slants. Ooh. Oh, good job. Was that Ramirez? Got his hands up? There we go, Ramirez. That was a damn good play. Hell. Hang on. My boy deserves a little bit of crowd noise for that one. That was a good play. All right, shotgun. Here we go. Here comes pressure from the Eagles. Oh, damn, I thought they were going to get there. Here's a good pass. That was a really good pass out to the tight end. Yeah, if you're going to bring pressure like that, you got to get there. Yeah, that one did not go to plan, guys. For sure. Yeah, that one sucked. All right, let's see what they got, guys. Shotgun formation again. Ooh, good pressure again. Outside the numbers again. That's Ringo. Yeah, I look like an out and up. All right, let's see if they can hold, guys. 1st and 10 from R42. All right, DeVito's under center. Motion and false start, probably. Yeah, false start. Shocked, not shocked. Crown over. I was pretty high on him in that draft class, too. With Markel Bell, that would have been a little bit redundant. To then go get Crown over on top of it. All right, let's see what we got. All right, shotgun. 2 back set. Both of them, the carts were off to the side. Little throw underneath. Smart little play just to try to get back some manageable yardage. All right, like 2nd and 8-ish probably, guys. Somewhere in that area. Yeah, 2nd and 8 from Philly's 40. That was a really good read by Munden, dude. Holy hell. Smile Munden came up there and played that one pretty damn quick, man. Gotta wrap up, finish making the play, but holy hell, man. His twitch is, holy gosh. That man definitely got that burst of athleticism. That's for damn sure. Oh! Guys, can we keep her feet? Good job, Munden. Good job, Munden. Speaking of it, Smile Munden keeping his feet and bringing down DeVito. Damn, whoever came off that edge came in with a reckless abandon. Come on, Zion. You got to keep your feet, big guy. Got to keep your feet, big guy. Munden came and cleaned it up, though. All right, 3rd and 7 from Phillies 39, guys. 3rd and 7. Yeah, holy hell. Whoever came flying off that edge, guys. They really came flying off the edge. All right, Wade's in at corner. Oh, there we go, Ty! Back-to-back sacks in the preseason games. Ty is playing with some force. That's what I'm talking about, Ty. Yeah, Ty's making this team. There ain't no damn doubt. I didn't have any doubt before this, but I damn sure really don't have any doubt now. My man's definitely going to make the team. I don't want to get too overhyped about him beating second units, but I mean, he wasn't doing this last year in the preseason. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, it is a bit of a one-up here. Because, I mean, he looks like a guy that maybe can give you something in the pass rush. I mean, that's important, guys, if you think about it, because we really want to keep, Moro Ojimo. But I mean, at the same time, like, trying to keep, Ojimo is going to be a hell of a task because it's just a lot of money, guys. And if you're going to be successful, you got to keep replenishing, you know what I'm saying, that rotation. So it's either going to have to be Young or it's got to be Ty, one of those two guys, you know what I mean? Byron Young or Ty Robinson, one of those two guys has to live up to the billing. But to be fair, you notice I have not seen Byron Young out there tonight, have you? Kind of tells you they think highly of him, man. Like, that's definitely your fourth guy in the rotation. That was a big-time play, man. Here we go, Ty. Listen, I almost got the bingo card. Andy Dalton, led a drive that scored a touchdown. All right. Ty Robinson got a sack. I just need Kelly Ringo to come up with another interception. That's got to be bingo. Ooh. Old Ty was out there saying that it's going to be a grimy one.
It's going to be a grimy one. F it.
My guy definitely deserves the crowd cheering. He definitely deserves he deserves his flowers. I'll give Ty this, man. He's taken advantage of his opportunities in this preseason, man. Ty's definitely been one of them guys this year, man. Yeah, I agree, Arbel. Whether it's the second unit or not, we didn't see it last year, so it's a pretty big deal he's doing it this year, even if it is against the second unit. All right, under center. We got some motion. Pitch. That's not Will Shipley. I think it's the other dude. He played some fullback for Kansas City and stuff. I do not remember my man's name. I think it might be McKee out there, though. Oh, hell, man. All right, I got the tiniest of screens here because of the way they're doing this. Yeah, Steele. Thank you, Jazz. All right. Yeah, Tanner McKee's under center. We got another run. Oh, that's a good-looking run, bro. All right, Carson Steele. My guy looking all right. I mean, there's not a lot of explosion there to get through the second level, but I mean, my guy runs with some authority at least. What's up, IDC Productions? Your cousin hasn't come into the game yet, man. We just got Tanner in. All right, Tanner McKee's in the shotgun. Carson Steele's in the cart to the left. That's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be about a loss of 1, guys. It's going to be about 2nd and 11. We are at the 6:11 mark in the second quarter. Well, 5:12, 5:11, 5:10. It's running down now. All right. Tanner's in the shotgun. Running back's in the cart to his right. Tanner rolls the pocket, throws across his body. There's a chance for that to be caught, but yeah, it's a rough play. What was that? Britton Covey he was trying to target? They need a rhythm here, Jazz. They need a rhythm, man. They got to be able to establish a rhythm because, yeah, it's been since that initial, really that second drive of the game. They really haven't done much since then. All right, guys, 3rd down. 3rd and 10-ish, 11-ish, whatever it is. Come on, Tanner. He dumps it off to the running back. Yeah, that's not going to do it. All right, 4th and 7. We're punting, guys. All right, guys. So 49 and 36. Latu? The hell's Latu doing on Gunner? 49 and 36 were your Gunners on the punt coverage there. So 49 is Isaiah Bolden. Just got here really, like this week. Former Patriots cornerback. And then I'm pretty sure 36 is Cam Latu. Those were your Gunners on the punt team. Yeah, Latu. I'm trying to see if there's another 36 maybe. Maximus Pulley. So I'm going to take a wild guess that was Maximus Pulley, not Latu on the damn punt coverage. If that's Latu on the punt coverage, my man is super athletic. I'm going to say that was probably Pulley. Maximus Pulley out there with Isaiah Bolden. It's the gunner. Yeah, Lambert, I'm pretty sure it's Pulley. I mean, if that's Latu, I mean, holy hell. That is a level of athleticism I did not know that man possessed. All right, under center, he boots it, rolls right. Ooh. It's a hell of a job breaking that tackle. Chisholm the third, I think is... Yeah. Got to make that tackle. Got to make this tackle, man. Oof. Yeah, that was not a good effort by Ambry Thomas. He's got to be better than that. I get it's a tight end, but yeah, man, you can't be looking like that. Then just to add insult to injury, he gets weighed like that too. Yeah, that was not a good series of events there. All right, he's going deep. Yeah, that's going to the house. Somebody just got destroyed. That was their, I want to say like their 3rd round pick last year. Son of a... Yep, third round pick from a year ago, they said. Son of a... Not good, guys. Not good. Not good. All right, guys. We're going to see if this team does down 3 now. Well, we'll see if they make the kick. I might be getting ahead of myself, but yeah, that's a good kick. All right. 10-7 game, guys. 10-7 game. 2:48 mark in the second quarter. That was not a good rep for Ambry Thomas, bro. Yeah, that's not a good looking play, brother. That's All right, what can they do to respond, guys? We need a response here. They need to respond. Just because I didn't say the word respond enough, I'll say it another couple times. Respond. Damn, man. Ambry, what the hell, dude? That was that's not the kind of tape you went out there. All right. Fields it at about the 6-yard line. All right. Breaks a couple tackles. It's a nice looking run, man. Ezukamu, I think exactly how you say it. Ezukamu's decent, man. He's decent as a kick returner. I don't think that's going to get him on the roster. I mean, might hang him on the practice squad because I actually think he's a decent receiver, too. But. Yeah, Mr. Sandman, that's a good point. If McKee can't beat Dalton for backup quarterback, I don't want to put Cole Payton on the practice squad. He's going to get picked up. Yeah. Well, his cousin's in the chat, Mr. Sandman. IDC is his cousin. It's Cole Payton's cousin. Let's see what we got, guys. Oh. Yeah, now the safety got looked off. That's for sure. All right, McKee's shotgun. Torrey's coming across formation. He's handing it off. Carson Steele with a decent run, man. That was a decent run. All right, guys, what we got here? 2nd and 7 from Phillies 41. All right, looks like Miles Hinton's out there, actually. Yeah, they definitely got the third line out there. Yeah, I saw Michael Jordan. I saw Miles Hinton. Yeah, that's true, Aishan. I wonder if he might be one of those veteran guys they carry on the practice squad. Or if they go 4 running backs, you know? With the recent trend we've had of injuries. Like, there's a pathway if they go 4 running backs. Or if they go like, they kind of do that weird thing sometimes to where they would keep that 4th tight end, but that tight end was kind of a lead back, the Cameron Latu role. I guess you could kind of make a situation like that. And it's going to be interesting to see how they construct this roster, to be real with you. Arbel, you think Howie's going to trade for another quarterback? Maybe. I think it depends on what's available. To be honest, you know what I mean. Like, but we've seen him do it before. The Garner Minshew and shit like that. We've definitely seen him do it before. Yeah, Ishan, that H-back kind of role. Yeah, that lead. It's kind of like a I think of it not an H-back as in the halfback sense, guys. I'm about an H-back in terms of the physical formation use of an H-back, which is more like a tight end, like kind of like the Trey Burton role going back to Doug's days. Dalton's a bag of chips, future. I hear you, brother. I hear you, man. Maybe you get a bag of chips for him, brother. Because, yeah, I wasn't a big fan when they made that. I don't know if it was a trade, wasn't it, for Carolina? I wasn't a fan of that because he looked like there was nothing left, man. Yeah, Mr. Sandman. Yeah, he hung around Kansas City for a while. I mean, I'm obviously, like, it's not going to make or break your roster, but I definitely think there's some competency to the guy. I mean, if we had to actually play him in game for 30 freaking snaps, yeah, we probably should be looking at other options, but you get my point. There's a competency to it. It could be a lead back. I think you could do some stuff off of it, but yeah, I agree. I still think it'll be a little tough to get him onto the roster, to be real, but practice squad. All right, guys, 2nd and 7 from the Philly 41. All right. A lot of downtime in this game, guys. I'm sorry. 2nd and 7, second quarter. 2-minute warning, 41-yard line of Philly. Let's see what we got, man. We need this drive. Give us some life. Shotgun. You got a 3x1 in a tight, stacked formation to the left. And, good play. Good-looking play. That was a nice design. Carson Steele with a nice reception and run. And a flag comes in. Late hit. Yep. Something happened. Good read. That was a good, quick read by McKee. I like that. Okay. All right. We got something going, guys. We got something going. There's just a hint of life. Nah, this is much better than last week, guys. Last week was brutal, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in on that game because, yeah, that was like a support group more than a watch party. Here we go. McKee's in shotgun. Running back is offset to the right, about a half a step behind him. 3x1 to your left. Same dump off, basically. My good. Oh, he got airborne. Let's go. What? Look at Steele. What just happened? Yo. Come on now. Go, Carson Steele. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. My man said, it might be the preseason, but this is my Super Bowl. All right, shotgun formation offset to the right. McKee's throwing, and nice break up there. Come on, Stowers. Yeah, they got to get something there. Steele is on fire tonight, man. He's playing pretty damn good. Yeah. Shit. Yeah, he broke on that ball pretty well. Come on, Stowers. Yeah, I would love to see them work Stowers a little bit more in this. I know that they're working him more so in the run game, because that's what's going to get him in the games playing. But yeah. All right, let's see. Quick throw. It's Covey. It's Covey. Look at Covey into the end zone. Britton Covey, touchdown. Let's go. For Covey to get his flowers again. Covey said,
I ran through Buddy.
Britton Covey getting physical. Who had that on your bingo card? That was not on my bingo card, guys. Oops. Wrong direction, guys. Wrong direction. Wrong direction. 14-10 Philly. Answering, yo. Yeah, that's a good point, Philly Fire. These screens are actually working. My guy I Shine is enjoying the Britton Covey love. Lambrew chiming in too, bro. You got to give it up for Britton. This time my stream is one play behind yours. I hear you, IDC, man. It's always weird, dude. Yeah, these streams are normally strange, how they set them up. To be fair, there's some people that are ahead of me because they're calling the plays before I can even get to it. I can see it out of the corner of my eye. Yeah, good point, Arbel. He made up for the muff that he had earlier on the punt team. Tanner McKee, coming in and leading the offense. All right, fields it from about the 6. That's probably one of their better runs of the night, to be real with you. On the kickoff return. Damn, they're playing the hell out of DeVito, bro. Everyone is ahead of me. I hear you, IDC. It's like that sometimes on these streams. All right, let's see what we got, guys. All right, we got motion. DeVito is in the shotgun formation. Running back's offset to his left. 2x2. All right, DeVito drops back. Looks like a good 5-step drop and went to the flats with it. That was not a good-looking play, man. You're getting spoilers, IDC? Yeah, Ty's working, Arbel. I agree with you, man. He's putting that work in, isn't he? Yeah, Ty, chill, bro. Come on, Ty. We don't need another roughing the passer, brother. All right, 54 seconds, second quarter, 3rd and 22. I don't think that's accurate. From New England's 22. Oh, and there he goes again. Let's go. Now it's 3rd and 22. The damn thing's ahead of me. Hang on, man. We got to get the crowd cheering here. Ty Robinson is having himself a game. Ty told this offensive line.
Jackass! Who would say that on the football?
Ty again. Exactly, Jazz. Okay, now you can hit him. I haven't even seen the 3rd down yet. I'm just getting it on my screen, to be fair. It was like a running back draw. They're just running clock, guys. Fourth and 12 from the 32 of New England. 44 seconds still left on the clock. We know how the Eagles normally are. They normally take a knee, but, I mean, I would love to see them, throw caution to the wind and really try. All right, Covey, what you got, brother? Shifty. Is it me or are the refs ahead of the play with the whistle? Maybe the audio is lagging or is ahead of the video somehow on their production end, but I swear I keep hearing the whistle before the actual play's done tonight. All right, guys, 1st and 10, Phillies 33, 34 seconds to go in the second quarter. We do have a timeout, technically, if they wanted to use it. Jake, the snake kick. Yeah, I mean, give him an attempt at a 50-yarder plus would be nice to see. I mean, he could use the confidence boost, to be real with you. All right, guys, 2nd and 6 from Phillies 38. Still showing 34 seconds on the clock, so I'm not too sure about the clock management here yet, guys. I don't know if I trust what I'm saying to you right now in terms of the time. All right, come on, McKee. You got to push the ball, buddy. Tanner, you held that too long, brother. You held that way too long, brother. You got to make that decision quicker. Yeah, I shine. I doubt it too. Yeah, they have to really get out of bounds fast. But yeah, they're gonna run the clock. Yeah, they ran the clock. All right, guys, 14-10, Philly heading into the half. Man, some couple of notes here, guys. I'm gonna mute this TV so I can talk for a little bit while we're in half. I'll take away a couple of notes here is that each quarterback has had a drive that's put the Eagles into the end zone. The offense does look more proficient, although there are still lapses. That sequence of events with Andy Dalton, or that one series to where he tried to feed the ball to Quez 3 times on. Look, I got no problem with targeting Quez. I just think that it's the wrong routes for Quez. I just don't think that that's a successful use of player for the role. I don't think that had a lot of shot at working, to be real with you. Some other things I noticed, man. I thought Will Shipley had a damn good, opening sequence to the game. I thought he was running pretty hard. I thought he looked really good on that touchdown drive. I thought our boy Darius Cooper had a damn good drive on that touchdown drive too. I thought he made a couple of really big plays. I thought Darius Cooper looked a hell of a lot better than he did last week. And offensively, the last note there is Carson Steele. I mean, Carson Steele's out here freaking leapfrogging folks, bro. Who had that on the bingo card, man? Carson Steele kind of making a little bit of a name for himself, isn't he? At least among Philly fans. Ty Robinson, man. This has just been the Ty Robinson game. Ty Robinson's had a hell of a half of football here. Be interesting to see if he's playing in the second half at all. Outside of that, I will say that I thought Zion Wilson in the run game early on, he looked really disruptive. Mind you, we're judging this against a second unit, and not only a second unit, but a second unit offensive line that they haven't been that great, to be honest, New England. But you play the competition that's in front of you. I mean, the guy was just playing for ECU just a few months ago. You know what I mean? I think that there's been a few players that have definitely flashed. Ambry Thomas got freaking beat like burnt toast. I know I made a video about Ambry Thomas. I thought, given the man's experience and the fact that there was a point in time where Ambry Thomas was thought of pretty highly in the league, I thought maybe he could sneak his way onto the roster. There is no shot. I doubt that dude would even beat I don't see how he could beat Keely Ringo out. Keely Ringo is a damn good gunner. I think Keely Ringo is still more, even though Keely had that, illegal contact call on him, at least I could support Keely there. Yeah, that's a time to have illegal contact. When you got an out and up and you're getting beat, yeah, knock him on his ass if you got to. It sure as hell beats a touchdown going over top of your head. Mac McWilliams, I didn't see a lot, man. I don't know. He had the one miss out there in the flat in terms of the tackle. I thought he just gave too much room and space to operate. I mean, I think he eventually wrapped up the play there, but Mac's an interesting one, man. A lot of versatility. they're pulling him out of the games. It looks like somewhat early. I mean, maybe I need to check that before I go out there and really state that. But Mac McWilliams, just trying to judge how the hell they're going to shape the secondary, guys. Because, I mean, you got the big key figures, right? So right now, for me, it feels like Q, Coop, Reek, obviously, right? Drew Makuba, obviously. Now, I'm just going to do the full secondary because it'll be like 9 to 10 players probably. All right, past that, Jonathan Jones is probably going to make the squad just because of the lack of experience. You're going to need an experienced backup, and he's the guy. Past that, I think you get into some really weird territory. Michael Carter II, probably making the team. I think Marcus Epps is probably going to make the team. Just because, like, you're always one injury away, and you want experienced guys back there. I think once you get past those 7 guys, Keely Ringo, Mac McWilliams, how do you feel about those guys? Do you keep a Maximus Pulley as a safety, showing you some gunner ability? How do they feel about my guy Gush, Kapuna Gushikin? How do they feel, about JT Gray? Is another guy who's like, just excellent level gunner. I mean, if you got Keely Ringo and you've got JT Gray as your gunners on the punt coverage team, you got probably the best punt coverage in the freaking league. I don't know, man. I mean, I think there's some questions, guys. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I have the answers to how they're going to shape this thing. Because I think they had some unique, problems here. And truth be told, the solution to some of the questions we seek may not even be on the roster yet. That is a potential outcome as well, that we got to kind of look at. See if we can't hit, some comments here real quick, guys. Mr. Salmon said, Steele ran a 4.75 at his pro day. I love how Andy Reid always finds long shots with talent and gives them a chance. Damn, I didn't know that he ran that slow, man. That's kind of impressive because that was a damn athletic play out there. And not happening. Yeah, I shine that was a bad sequence, man. IDC said at least there's points this time. Yeah, that's true, IDC. That was I know that was your first Eagles game, right, IDC? So I mean, yeah, that was probably that's probably pretty unique for you and your family, right? To see that. For you guys that don't know, IDC is Cole Payton's cousin. So, obviously he's just kind of getting caught up to the a lot of the local lore of the Philadelphia Eagles and kind of understanding that you got to take preseason with the Eagles with a grain of salt because they throw the most vanilla shit out there ever. So it's definitely probably a little bit of a learning curve for them trying to figure out what the hell is happening. My guy iShine said, "Yep." IDC said, "Yeah, the game was pretty much over by halftime last week. Yeah, pretty much after the first quarter, it felt like it to me. There was just it didn't feel like we had our best stuff out there. It was definitely a tough watch, IDC. The whole night was made when he scored the passing touchdown. Yeah, absolutely, man. When your cousin came in there, bro, that just energized the whole thing, man. I was so glad I hung around and waited for that because that was a tough game to sift through. And then it was like, man, here we go, bro. Here he comes in here. He's making plays with his legs. I mean, it gave us something to cheer for, man. And a night where there wasn't a whole lot to cheer for. that's for sure, IDC, man. Your cousin kind of definitely saved the night in terms of the broadcast because, my Lord, I've had some rough moments, but that was one of the rougher preseason games I've watched the Eagles play last week. And we've had some rough ones. These guys can tell you, man, this approach to preseason has been happening in Philly for a really long time. It's not just Nick. Nick's probably the most extreme of it, but even Doug would only play the starters for a couple of possessions in his dress rehearsal game. And that was pretty much it. IDC said, I told you he's got dual threat potential. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if you don't see him get some looks as a gadget-esque player in the offense. A lot of people in the comment section tonight has kind of thrown support behind your cousin to say that, they would much rather take the risk of letting go of an Andy Dalton to make sure that your cousin doesn't get claimed off of waivers. Because I even if your cousin has a long way to go in the development in the league, I still think that he could actually be impactful if he's active on game days. And mind you, he's probably going to see some inactives. There's no doubt about that. But when he is active, they can definitely use him as a gadget-esque type player. Especially down around that red zone, man. Yeah, IDC, I agree with you. He said he needs some time in the oven though before he's ready to be a starter or anything near it. Love the guy though. Yeah, I mean like entertaining, man. Definitely entertaining. You and your family already bought jerseys. You want him locked on the Eagles for a while at least. Yeah, I mean, it's a great organization, man. The one thing I can say about the Philadelphia Eagles organization is this is a hell of an organization from the top down, from ownership to general manager. Like, I know that our coach catches some shit, and some people, would probably prefer to have a play caller at the position. But I think the other smaller things, I think Nick's kind of proved his mettle when it comes to those other things. What's up, King Pueblo? Do I think Trot should start? I don't think that's going to happen this season, man. I think Jahad Campbell's ceiling's entirely too high, and I just think that Zach Bond's going to be here this year. I think where it gets interesting, King Pueblo, is that there's an out in Zach Bond's contract next offseason. Zach Bond is an incredible player, but you can't keep everybody, and Zach Bond does cost some cash. He's going to cost you some cashola. There's no doubt about that. I do wonder if that could be a potential move they make to get cheaper. To where now you put Trot in there in the final year of his rookie deal, kind of playing in that role as the starter beside Jahad Campbell, I should say. I do wonder if that's a direction they take. I'm not saying that'll be the outcome, but someone that we want to be here won't be here. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can't sign everybody. It sucks, but yeah. Colt is making the team. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking through the roster trying to see how they're going to shape the offense, guys. And like, I do think it's interesting because the Hollywood Brown question, I think, is really interesting to me. He's a veteran guy, and you can make the argument they don't need to see that much from him in practices. They don't need to see that much from him, in joint practices, training camp. You know what I mean? Like, they know if this guy could be in the league, as long as he still physically has the gifts and the tools, he can perform the task, and that's not the issue. But I think you do put yourself into a weird situation because, man, Darius Cooper has earned a spot on this team. Elijah Moore has earned a spot on this team. You can make the argument that you could probably get Elijah Moore potentially through waivers and onto the practice squad, and he's still going to have an impact on the team. He's still going to probably get called up, and they'll probably eventually move him up to the active roster after they run out of those call-ups. That is certainly a potential. If you cut Hollywood Brown, which I don't think they will because of the $5 million guaranteed, you could trade him. I think it's a little bit more manageable on a trade. But the bottom line is that like Hollywood's, if you cut Hollywood Brown, he's going to sign somewhere else anyways. You're not going to put him on the practice squad. Somebody's going to give him an active, roster spot. Maybe you could see a trade there potentially. Like, if we want to gain something of value, we have to give up something of value. Hollywood Brown would probably have value across the league is the way I kind of look at it. I don't know how many other pieces we legitimately have to give up that have value other than draft picks. Leveraging draft picks to maybe fill out the roster. Last year, we had a few guys deep on the depth chart along the offensive line. We got a Darian Kennard. We got, some compensations from picks from them, players like that. Maybe you can make an argument that a team might need a Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan has more playing experience than even, Big Fred. He's got more than Fred Johnson. Like double his snaps damn near in the league. Now he's been active for one less game. He's been active for like 78. Fred's been active for 79, but he's played like 3,500 snaps. Fred's played about 1,800. You could make an argument maybe someone like, Michael Jordan has some value. Maybe if the Eagles move off of Fred Johnson might have value to another organization as a backup lineman or a potential fill-in if there's an injury in camp and you need someone that can be proficient along your offensive line. Maybe Big Fred could have that kind of value. But I think if you look at it like Michael Jordan, Big Fred, Hollywood Brown, Maybe Elijah Moore, but I'm not as confident about Elijah Moore having that kind of value, guys. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm trying to think. Defensively, you got some guys, but I don't want to get rid of Byron Young, even if Ty Robinson is flashing. And I know that was a talked about point before, that to get Ty Robinson into the 4th defensive tackle rotation, they might need to move Byron Young to do that. I don't know, man. Even if we got to keep 6 defensive tackles because of Ora Bernard, damn, I really like that 5-man rotation there, man, with Ora Bernard getting the chance to practice for an entire year and getting redshirted, basically. You could make the argument, though. That argument's there for sure. Yeah, I don't think the issue is Hollywood getting through waivers. Hollywood's not going to sign back on the practice squad is my issue. I think he would be more inclined to just sign with another team. And I don't think Hollywood goes through waivers because he's a vet. He's a vested veteran, so he doesn't actually have to go through the waiver process. Yeah, they got some decisions to make, guys, on the roster with a few players. But yeah, I don't know what it's so hard to say how they're leaning on a few of these guys. The Elijah Moore, Hollywood Brown, Darius Cooper question, that's a damn interesting question, man, to be real. That's a super interesting question on what they do. Because you only really need 5. My gut instinct is that if you can't find a trading partner for Hollywood Brown, you're not going to cut him. He's going to be on the roster. So it would be Hollywood Brown and probably Darius Cooper. Then you probably put Elijah Moore through the waivers. I don't think Elijah Moore goes through waivers either. I think he's vested as well. You only need 4 years of experience, guys, to be vested. So maybe you got a better chance of working out a deal with Elijah Moore and keeping him as that veteran guy, letting him know, like, look, man, you'll be on the practice squad for a few weeks and you're probably going to get the call up and you'll be on the active roster past that point. Maybe you can make a deal like that with Elijah Moore. But I don't know. I feel like Darius Cooper and Elijah Moore have outplayed Hollywood Brown in the training camp so far. All right, under center, Tanner McKee. Ball gets handed off. All right, good physical run, but it's only for about a half a yard. All right, let's see what we got, guys. Keep hammering that run, guys. Keep hammering that run. This unit has had some trouble. Even though that was a damn good play they just had there. But they've had some trouble stopping the run in this game. Tanner's in shotgun. Running back is to the cart, off to the right. All right. Ezukanmu just came in motion, works his way up to the second level. Woo-wee, that is some lunch pail type running play right there, my guys. Ezukanmu had a hell of a block there, guys. I don't know if you saw Ezukanmu working his way up to the second level. They gave him a little motion, kind of it looked like the way that the Rams kind of utilize Puka Nacua to get up to the second level and pick up safeties or nickels or even linebackers. 3rd and 3 from the Philly 42. All right, shotgun, Tanner McKee. Running backs offset to the right. The cart's to the right. Going to the running back. That's a first down and plenty more. Down to the 30. Let's go. Hang on. Let me get that crowd noise. Yeah, they went hot. Hey, there goes to your point, man. There you go, Mr. Sandman. A few of you guys brought this up. Like, bro, when are they going to go hot to like the running back on a screen or something? Yeah. IDC, we're a little bit more of a balanced offense. The last few years in particular, we've been run heavy. All right, shotgun, quick hitter out to the tight end. That looks like Latu. This team is flowing. They're looking a lot better, guys. They are looking a lot more competent offensively, guys. Boy, it's getting harder and harder to keep buying into this Andy Dalton as a quarterback two mess, man. I just don't see it from him yet. All right, under center. Oh, we got a little boot action. I can't tell who that is he completed it to. Was that Watkins? Was that Quez? They pulled away for I can see. I think that might have been Quez, guys. your stream's ahead of mine now, IDC. That's the way it works, man. All right, under center. Azukamu working up again. You can tell this is a run. Big, nice physical play, guys. They're trying to get physical, but there comes a flag. Son of a... Son of a... All right. If you uncover, guys, it basically means nobody got on the line of scrimmage. It makes the right tackle an eligible receiver, and he's got to report eligible. So it may be that they just didn't report eligible when they were supposed to, or somebody screwed up and didn't get on the line of scrimmage out there. Yeah, no handles. Some quick takeaways. Believe it or not, Carson Steele's had a hell of a game. Tanner McKee's looked good in this game. My guy Ty Robinson has gone off in this game. It's crazy to think it, bro, but he has. Ty has had a hell of a game. 2 sacks. Yeah, James, I would like to see them push the ball in the end zone myself here. But yeah, 3rd and 6, guys, from the 12 of New England. 14-10, Philly lead. Come on, guys. All right, let's see what we got, guys. Damn, this Patriots channel, bro. All right, shotgun. Ooh, I like that. I like that little motion they did there with the running back. That was pretty cool. It didn't work. But that was an interesting choice there. Little bit of a danger zone there. They're at the New England 9, guys, 4th and 3. It looks like they're going for it. Preseason, go for it. You know what I mean? I know some of you are probably like, I don't know, Gabe. Maybe they should give Jake Elliott a few more chip shots to build that confidence. All right, shotgun. Running back is offset to the left, 2x2. Oh, end zone shot. Damn, I thought he had it, guys. They were going for E.J. Jenkins in the end zone. I thought he had the running back out to the flat for the first down, to be real with you. Damn, man. It was a good play by the defender to go through the hands, but damn, that's EJ's ball right there. Speaking of backup quarterbacks and decisions that were made last year, I was not a fan of the Sam Howell thing. You guys remember that? I took some shit when I was like, I don't like that pick. I not the pick. I don't like that. I don't like that transaction. I don't like that move. And it cost him Kyle McCord. I don't know if you watched Kyle McCord play with Green Bay, but Kyle looks like actually a decent backup tier quarterback. I think they made a mistake last year with that. I think that shit was a mistake. And I get there was extenuating circumstances because if you remember, Tanner McKee had the finger injury. And there was some doubt if he was going to be ready to go into a game last year for the first couple of weeks. So they tried to do some sneaky shit with Kyle McCord and got caught. Yeah. It is what it is, guys, sometimes, right? I will say I thought the offense has been more fluid. I don't know until I can go back and look again, guys, but it hasn't felt quite as vanilla as it was like last week in particular, but I also have seen a lot of the same damn plays run over and over again. So maybe it's just execution is just way up and it's just as vanilla as last week. They're just executing better. That's definitely a potential. But yeah, I mean, at least it's looked competent. I thought that for the most part, DeVito's under center. It's a run play. Good play, man. Ty Robinson again with a nice play. I thought for the most part, when I evaluate the situation at the backup quarterback spot, I thought Andy Dalton has not played up to par, to be honest. But Tanner McKee has looked apart. I think Tanner McKee's been acceptable at least. I'm not going to say Tanner McKee's had a great game, but I'll take what he's put out there so far. All right, guys, 2nd and 11 from the New England 8-yard line. Shotgun formation, running back is offset to the quarterback's left. Good pass rush coming again. Dumped it off over the middle. 3rd down, 3rd and 4 coming up from New England's own 15. Yeah, Arbel, going back to that play, I just saw your comment. I would have gone to the flats to the running back as well. That looked like it might have had a shot. But all right, DeVito's in the shotgun. Running back is offset to his left. We got a motion coming across formation. 2x2 is what we've motioned into now from a 3x1. And they're going out to the flats to the running back. Yeah, that's a first down, man. We got to be better than that. That was so damn obvious. That was super obvious. We have been a little iffy on defense guarding the low zone. Smile Munden noticed it, but he noticed it a tick too late. Yeah, just a lot of space to cover, unfortunately. That's the shitty part about spot dropping in zone coverage, guys. It's just too easy to beat it. All right, under center handoff. Once again, man, it's getting snuffed. Gabe Hall and Ty Robinson have been pretty damn good this game. Man, let's see what happens, guys. All right, shotgun formation. Running back is offset to the left. 3x1 to the top of your screen. He's going to the backside. Boom. There's a flag. Push off. All right, offensive pass interference on that play, guys. All right, let's see. I didn't see the play, guys. Ooh. It's because he extended the second hand. I believe that was on Isaiah Bolden, who's a former Patriot, by the way. Is who got where the push-off occurred. 3x1 to the top of your screen, guys. Damn, man. Guys, we gotta tighten this damn coverage up a little bit, man. I get it's preseason and we don't give a shit, but damn, bro. 3rd and 7 from New England's 27. Vic, give us a blitz, bro. Speed this guy up. Because this is a third-string quarterback. Speed his ass up. Third and 7. We're going to need the pressure to get home. Come on, Ty. Give us a 3. Give us 3. Nah, not on that one. Oh, he's down. He's down. Was that Wuru? No, was that Ramirez? We got the sack. Was that Wuru, actually? I think that was Wuru. Hold up. Let me check. Because I think that we just got a big play from one of our IPP players, potential players. Let me see Wuru. Yeah, that was Joshua Wuru's first sack, guys. That was Joshua Wuru's first sack, man. Hmm. Yeah, guys, that's a hell of a play for Joshua Wuru. Man, he's going to be I guarantee you the coaching staff's like, son of a, we're trying to hide this guy. He's out here making plays. That's got to be a tough decision there. I get he's an international pathways player, but I got to be honest, man. Like, we have cut other defensive ends before, edge players who've been claimed. They were drafted. They were 7th round draft picks, stuff like that. He makes me a little worried, man, because the assumption is that we can get him through easily. Can we? I like to keep that guy around. I think there's something there. Yeah, absolutely, I shine. He played I think he played a little bit of rugby or something like that as well. So at least he played a contact sport. But yeah, I think he's definitely new to football. Well, American football. Yes, whew, that was a hell of a play, man. That's big for that young man. So Lambaroo, they can't be claimed once they're cut and they go through the waivers, and then the team has the opportunity to then place the IPP designation on them. So then they're safe for the remainder of the season, right? So the best way to look at it is UR Bernard currently has the IPP designation for the offseason. So during the offseason, essentially that means he doesn't count against your 90-man roster. But you either have to put him on the roster or you got to cut him. If you can get a Joshua Wuru or if you can get a UR Bernard through waivers, then you can IPP designate them for the regular season, and they're completely safe. But you only get one of those. So you can't use it on both players. So the Eagles got to do their damnedest to figure out, you know what I mean, which one, if they want to keep both. And I would like to keep both players, personally. I think there's something to Joshua Wuru. I definitely think even if all he ever becomes in the NFL is just a specialized, pass rusher, I think there's something there, man. That dude has a bend that's just, you either have that or you don't. Straightforward. Like, all right, Tanner McKee's in the shotgun, guys. Running back is offset to his right. All right, got a run play. I got to tell you, man, he is having him a game. Carson Steele's having himself a game. Has anyone got the stats pulled up on this game? So I can see the box score here. So I got him for 8 for 29 so far, Carson Steele, which, is not a lot in terms of the yards per carry. But, man, he's running physical. He's been really physical. All right, under center, handoff again. Another couple of yards. It's going to be a 3rd and short. 3rd and 2 from New England's 41, guys. I would love to see them go ahead and take this ball down the field and score. Not necessarily. They're just more proficient in the offense. IDC. There we go. Short. Oh, I don't think he got the. Yeah, he was definitely short. I'm not even too sure he got a yard. We'll see. This is a decision. It's preseason. I would go for it personally. Yeah, I'm not too sure that he even got a yard there. I'm waiting to see what it's going to look like, guys. So it's 4th and 1, 4:20 to go in the third quarter. They're coming out for it. There we go, guys. All right, Tanner McKee's in the shotgun. You got a 3-by-1 to the top of your screen. Running back is offset in the cart to the right of the quarterback. It's going to be a pass. Ball got hit. Yeah. We got to get there faster on a 4th and 1, guys. I don't know. Yeah, we got to get to that. That's got to be done faster. That's a little too long for a play to develop in that situation, especially when you didn't hold them with play action or anything. You know, the defense has honestly been pretty damn good tonight. I mean, the Patriots have moved the ball, but man, that pass rush has gotten home on them. I made some notes from the joint practices, and one of the things I brought up was, well, I think you can make some arguments about the Eagles still developing in terms of like getting the passing offense together, in terms of the consistency and the execution of things. I also felt like, man, some of those concerns from the postseason last year with the Patriots and their protection seemed to rear its head too in that camp, you know, into that joint camp. That seems to kind of be, you know, I get this is the second, third. By this point, they're probably mixing up into the freaking, you know, 4th unit. But they have not done a great job protecting tonight. And from what I heard in camp, man, is Will Campbell was getting beat. Take a look at what they got so far, man, in terms of the game stats. No turnovers, which is crazy. See, they got defensive stats here. Yeah, they do. So Ty Robinson's got 2 sacks. Trott's got a sack. Wuru's got a sack. So that's 4 freaking sacks, guys. That's 4 sacks on the night. Now, to be fair, they've gotten home with some pressures on us. They've hit the quarterback. They got a sack in there. But for the most part, our offensive line, you know, our combinations have been okay. They haven't been terrible. That was, oof. You got to be better than that, guys. That was a gaping hole for a 6-yard gain there. Right through the middle of the defense. All right, quarterback's under center. 3-by-1 to the bottom of your screen is the 3-by. All right, now they're motioning out of that 3-by. Another run play. That's snuffed out in the backfield. I got to tell you, Wuru looked pretty decent on that run rep, to be real with you. All right, we got a 3rd down, guys. 3rd and 4. So basically, they gave it a no gainer. I thought that was a stop in the backfield, to be real. But it is what it is, guys. New England 47, 3 minutes, 27 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's a 3rd and 4. The Eagles are definitely expecting there to potentially be a run. And they damn near still couldn't stop that. Come on, guys. You're in a damn 50 front. You got to make that play. Fourth and 1, guys. 4th and 1. This might be a quarterback sneak territory. Because it's not even like a full 1 yard. All right. 2 minutes, 18 seconds. Quarterback is under center. Eagles are in like a 50. Well, they might actually be in a 60 front. That's a 50 front. All right, they bring linebackers up. Oh, damn, they had it. Then he got the second surge, guys. He got it with that second surge of effort. Damn it, if someone would have wrapped up, that was stopped. Was that Chance Cable that came through there? Nah, I mean, he made collision error, but Chance Campbell did not get through the backfield. I got to tell you, man, even this third line at linebackers pretty damn good, the third string there. And Waru, jeez, bro, this is talented, man. Deontay Lawson and Chance Campbell are out there as your backers, okay? Then you got Waru as an edge. I have no idea who the other edge is yet. I think it's Ramirez. Yeah, Ramirez is your other edge. Then you got Blay in there. And, as an interior defensive lineman. All right, guys, 2nd and 10. Oh, there's pressure again. Make the tackle, man. Come on, Ramirez. Holy hell, dude. That all day, man, that low zone, guys, we have had problems. They need to do some tackle drills. On the real. I know you can't tackle to the ground because of the damn collective bargaining agreement, pretty much. But they've got to do more tackle drills, guys. They need more padded practices. And I know we've been actually more padded than I normally see us. But, man, this low zone is showing us we got a problem on these back-end units here tackling. All right, shotgun, 3rd and 4. 2 by 2. Picked it up, guys. Yeah, here comes. Well, Chance Campbell didn't really get hit though. All right, let's see what they got, guys. 1st and 10 from our 33. He's under center. All right, handoff. That was a damn good cut. That was a big time run. Yeah, you could tell that their quarterbacks are much more comfortable in the system than what our backups are right now. But I'll also say, at least for Tanner McKee, I've seen an advancement in the system and how comfortable he's looked. Andy Dalton still, I'm not too sure, guys. I mean, that's a veteran guy. He should be more comfortable in the system than what he is. All right, guys, we're going into the 4th quarter. It's 1st and 10 from our 13. It's a 14-10 game. Philly's got the lead. Can they hold? Mind you, we did give up points by going for it on 4th down in the red zone earlier on in the 3rd quarter. But we'll see, guys. We'll see. it's kind of stupid because winning this game means nothing, but I wouldn't like to see them win this game. And I understand it has no freaking meaning at all. I'd still want them to win the game. I forgot Dexter Lawrence is with the Bengals now. All right, let me take a look at some of the total yardage and some of the actual information on the game, guys. Let's see what we got here. Game stats. The Eagles have had 20 minutes and 20.75 time of possession to 24.25 for the Patriots. So the Patriots leading time of possession, guys. 14 first downs for the Eagles to 13 first downs to the Patriots. I'm actually kind of shocked by that number, man. I mean, definitely shows the Eagles have been more productive than last, the last game. However, the total yards are 228 yards for the Eagles, definitely an improvement over last week, to 274, though, for the Patriots. 141 passing yards for the Eagles, 163 for the Pats. 87 rushing yards for the Eagles, 111 for the Pats. 6 penalties against the Pats. The penalties have killed them tonight. 3 penalties for the Eagles. Total return yards, 91 for Philly, 88 for the Pats. All right, we'll see. We got another run. Yeah, that was stopped in the backfield. That was Chance Campbell making a little splash play there. All right, total plays, 46 for the Pats, 45 for the Eagles. Pretty even. 5.1 yards per play for the Eagles. They were up at 5.6 when we did this the last time. To 6 yards per play for the Patriots. They've gotten better as the game went on because you could tell there's some depth issues with the Eagles later on. All right, shotgun formation, 2nd and 10. The little delayed handoff. Yeah, that did not get much. Chance Campbell with a couple of nice tackles so far. All right, 3rd down. If you're the Patriots in a 14-10 game in the preseason, do you go for it on 4th down? I mean, these games mean nothing, so I kind of probably would. Especially if I can get the ball inside the 10-yard line. I think I definitely would. All right, they were under center. They hand the ball off, which turns out to be a damn good choice. Belay my last. At first, I thought they were just giving it up on it. I was like, what the hell are they doing? Yeah, Belay is getting freaking moved on the line. That's not good. Yeah, I think he got in. I hate to say it, but yeah, it definitely looked like he got in. All right, we're trailing again, guys. Son of them. Touchdown, Patriots. All right, 16-14. Let's see if the extra point is good. Hey, IDC. Last week, your cousin got a chance to entertain us. This week, your cousin may have a chance to win the damn game. And it's good. 17-14. I don't know what my man is reading from. Ay, guys. All right, 17-14. Look, IDC's cousin might have a chance here, man, to save or win this game. You know? Be interesting. I hope this doesn't end in a tie. That shit would... I know that if you can get Jake Elliott a 50-yarder to just to get that rep in there, it might be worthwhile even at a tie, but I mean, for God's sake, man, I don't want to have to put a 0-1 and 1 up on the record for next week. I'd rather be an 0-2 or a 1-1. um, it's going to be interesting, guys. I'm wondering how long they're going to play Tanner McKee. I will warn, sometimes IDC, they do some crazy shit when they want to hide players, such as not giving them a chance to play at all in the second game, and then he'll play the hell out of the third game. Just beware, IDC. They do have a tendency to do that crazy shit when it comes to quarterbacks. Really no reason for that. But yeah, they do have some crazy shit sometimes with that. Well, I mean, it's a good chance to get your 4-minute offense into play too. Ball control, that identity of push people off the line of scrimmage and win. Man, even as the third quasi-developmental group that's out there, you got to kick ass. You got to kick ass if you're the Eagles, and you got to put together, you know what I mean, like a good actual drive. The good news is if they do that, IDC, traditionally when they do that shit, that means he's basically going to play probably the entire damn game next week. Oh, come on, guys. Oh, sorry, guys. There's normally, a few things they'll do. Sometimes they'll bring that third string quarterback in at around the 5-minute mark if they have the ball around that time again. Sometimes they bring them in the fourth quarter period, and sometimes, like I said, they sit them for the second game, and then they play them for damn near the entirety of the third game. I don't know what they plan on doing tonight, to be real, but yeah, that is part of the allure of Philly. I lived in New England due to work transfer. Their fans are a different kind of obnoxious. Yeah, I can tell, James. They've been chiming in on my videos a little bit. I've gotten better with time, James. I just don't respond to people like that no more. But yeah. All right, under center. It's Tanner. He's taking a shot. Tanner, what the hell, guys? Why are we struggling to connect on anything over 6 yards? You got to get your feet right, Tanner. All right, what was the flag? All right, saying it's a 1st and 10 from Philly's 40. I can't tell what the flag is, guys. I didn't get a good enough. Was it PI or something, guys? Or what the hell happened? All right, Tanner's under center. All right, we've got to run. Damn it, guys. Come on, man. You've got to get more physical than this, guys. Yeah, that throw earlier was pretty ugly from McKee. I don't know what the hell happened to Tanner, but he's struggling with the footwork in this system because Tanner used to be a decent thrower of the football, man. I have not seen that. Jesus, what was that? Tanner. I get grounding it at someone's feet when they're about to get blown up there, but it looked like there was space to run there. Isn't that 3rd and 11? How the hell are we at 4th and 11? $12:35 mark, guys. 4th quarter. 3rd and 11, not 4th and 11. They definitely made a mistake there, I'm pretty sure. Ball's at the Philadelphia 39. Tanner McKee is in the shotgun. They just went from empty back set back to the running back being off to the quarterback's left. All right, here we go. Comes the blitz. Tanner's rolling. And he missed. They have got to work on this hot when these groups go hot on them, because this is not, for all the good that happened earlier in the game, there's been some things to work on. I'm going to be real. Yeah, come on, guys. We've got to do something here, man. I'm not going to lie, man. I definitely think both the quarterbacks have played better than they did in week one, but I think that bar was freaking super low. Let's be honest. I mean, it was just like, get a damn first down, basically, bar. I don't know how comfortable I feel about quarterback 2 right now, guys. I don't know how you guys are right now, but I'm a little concerned, man, that these dudes at the backup quarterback position are really still struggling with the footwork here. They are not getting their feet right on these throws. Now, sometimes, they played 2 teams in a row that are decent defenses, and they bring pressure, to be real. That's definitely part of it, but, I don't know, man. Maybe stop playing him underneath that freaking third developmental line shit. I think you need to see Tanner underneath the second line. I got to see that footwork get better. And for Christ's sake, he's got to make a throw. Elaster 2007, what's good, buddy? With a $1.99 super chat says, Tanner ain't been the same since that Washington game. Yeah, week 18, but the 17th game last year. Yeah, I just want them to look competent. I hear you, James. Oh my gosh, man. It's something else, guys. It's definitely something else, man. It has been it's been a pain in the ass to watch this one. It's better than it was last week. There's still a lot of meat on the bone, man, offensively with this group. At least we've had some guys emerge, man. I thought Carson Steele had a decent game. Looked like a guy that's trying his damnedest to make a roster. Ty Robinson had a damn good game. I don't think it's going to help the roster prospects of Gabe, but I thought Gabe had a good game out there. Joshua Wuru had his first sack. I mean, there's been some positives, but I was hoping to see a little bit more from the offense. Yeah, Mr. Sandman, I get the same feeling, sir. Yeah, probably so. All right, looks like a 2-yard gain. So, was that George out there, guys? Wasn't that the young man that got hurt and got taken to the hospital? It looked like I just saw him out there. 45, right? Am I tripping? 45 is George, right? Of course, you're going to say that IDC's your cousin. um, let's see what we got here, guys. Damn, man. My man bobbled that ball. You are with his first tackle. Yeah, that's yeah. Proud Infidel says, man, can we put the rookies in already? You see a difference. Yeah, I mean, it'd be more entertaining. There are 245s. Damn this roster, bro. I thought I saw him out there at linebacker, but I could be tripping, guys. No, he's out. 45 is George. So the other 45 wasn't George that got hurt earlier, was it? That must have been someone must have misworded that on the broadcast. How many of these dudes they got, bruh? Let me do a control F real quick and do 45. Come on, guys. You got to finish strong. We need to finish strong. So Brandon George. And then but he's a running back, Jaquaden Jackson. Jaquaden Jackson. Huh. Interesting, guys. This developmental unit, man, outside of a couple of guys, I don't know, guys. I feel like we've had better developmental units from time to time. Ah, okay. Got it. Yeah, so the broadcast was wrong. Shit, well, that sucks, man, because that was a pretty serious injury. He's another one that just got here recently, right? Didn't he get here right before last week's game? Oh, it definitely matters to the guys out on the field. I think that defensively, once you get into that developmental third unit into the developmental unit, there's some guys out in this, out there that can play, and are worth developing. But there's other guys you could just tell like this is not our best unit. Ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. There we go. Defense comes up with a play. Let's give them what they deserve here, guys. Let's give them that crowd cheer. Now, let me try and do nothing funny, bro. It was a fumble. I saw it. Oh, hell yeah. That's definitely a fumble. Ooh, good punch. Shaun Wade coming up with a play, bro. Yeah, he did that last weekend. That's true, Mr. Sandman. I didn't think about that, but you're right. He had the punch out last weekend. Now put Cole in, damn it. I hear you, man. I hear you. I mean, a defense, to be fair, it's allowed them to move the ball a little bit, but even, this developmental unit just came up with a big sack at one point with Waru, and then now a fumble recovery. They forced a fumble and recovered it. This third string into the, that backup, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, peanut punch, yeah. 2 weeks in a row. Interesting, man. That is interesting that, in particular, that it's Shaun Wade doing this. Like, we know Nick practices this stuff. Like, Nick takes ball security super seriously. But, I mean, yeah, damn, bro. They got to find a way of pulling this game out because from the perspective of the team, let me take a look at all the underlying numbers, guys. 21 minutes, 21.88 seconds time of possession, 29.38. The Patriots are starting to run away with time of possession, to be fair. 15 first downs to 17 first downs. Patriots got 17 now. 227 total yards to 315. We gave up 300 yards again. But, hopefully they can close in at least 250 total yards of offensively. 141 passing yards, 179 for the Patriots, 86 to 136 in rushing. 3 penalties to 7 penalties on the Patriots. Total return yards are 107 for the Eagles, 88 for the Pats. Total plays, 57 for the Pats, 48 for the Eagles. Yards per play, it's not going our way, guys. Yards per play, 4.7 for the Eagles, 5.5 for the Pats. Turnovers now, 1 for the Pats, none for the Eagles. And then I think, how many sacks do we have at this point now, guys? Let me go to box score. We are at 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I think we're at 4 sacks now? I mean, 4 sacks, a turnover. I mean, the defense has had its moments in this game. The defense has definitely had its moments in this game. The offense, to be fair, the offense has had some drives here and there too, but like, my Lord, I mean, just in these pivotal moments, like when we need a play, like I think I can live with it if it's just vanilla and there's just nothing there. And there's times it's like that where we're just really vanilla. Nothing is open. There's nowhere for Tanner to go with the ball. But it's like when you see these plays to where he's not setting his feet correctly. And the ball's just, really sailing on him over 10 yards. Like, I just need to see this man set his damn feet and make a throw, man. Give us something. All right, I don't know if I froze up here or what in terms of the game. There we go. Yeah, it froze up on me. All right, 1st and 10. 17-14, 40-yard line. Tanner McKee. Under center. Pitch to the running back. That is going nowhere. That is going absolutely nowhere. Future said he's behind Cole to him. Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna, how they're gonna assess this roster when it comes to QB number 2. I don't see how they could be comfortable with what has been on tape. I mean, hell, we're on New England's 41. Like, come on. Yeah, it's a good throw, but it's also like a 6-yard throw. Like, yeah, I mean, setting your feet, throwing it short. I like seeing it going to Ezekamu. Ezekamu is a good player, but guy I like to see them use a little bit more in the offense in this preseason shit. But, especially all this shit on social media about us not having size at receiver. Ezekamu is another one of these guys that has a little bit of size to him. He's not like a real small guy. All right. Shotgun. Empty back set. 3 by to the top of your screen, 2 to the bottom. 3rd and 5. Tanner goes down. Oh, and it's a strike. Oh, man. I really wish they still had certain players out here, man. I really would love to see in this developmental period where they're working still Tanner McKee in the game, why the hell are we not working Eli Stowers in here? All right, under center. 1st and 10, New England 25, 6:18. Sorry, 5:37. All right, end around. There goes Quez with the speed. IDC said he's banging his head against the wall. Hang in there, man. Hang in there. You're probably going to see him in the next game get a lot more play, IDC. That's normally what they do. I try to warn you, they do this shit from time to time, IDC. Are you kidding me? We finally get momentum and that shit gets snatched. All right, 1st and 10. I think they're going to spot us at about the 39-yard line. Sorry, not 1st and 10. They're showing 2nd and 24. A layup. Tanner, empty back set, shotgun formation. Quick hitter. Smart play for field goal range. I'll give it that, but my Lord, bro. Elaster with the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate that, buddy. He said, I agree with you, coach. We need to see guys like Stowers out here in this period getting some work in. 100%, man. I don't know why they're not, especially like these third and long situations. I know they want to work him as, work on his run blocking and his pass pro, but let's get him in, a little confidence booster in these kind of, where you could target him. All right, guys. We got a motion into a stack. Shotgun formation, running back off to the right. Stack is to your left. 2nd and 17, so it was 1st and 24, guys. My bad. That's actually was a damn good play until the penalty came in again. False start. I spoke too soon on the penalties. I was getting on the Patriots' ass for their performance. Boy. I got to be honest with the IDC. In this situation, I think I'd almost like to see your cousin come in and play. I feel like he would be better suited to handle the situation because of his mobility. 2nd and 22 from New England's 37 now. Tanner, what a strike down the middle. That's my guy, Ezekamu. Ezekama, my bad. Not Camus. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced almost like a comma. Ezekama, I believe is how you say it. Still 3rd and 5, by the way. After all that is what they're showing on the screen. 4-minute mark in the 4th quarter, 3rd and 5. My man hit a damn near 15-yard completion, and we're still a mile away. All right, guys. All right, 3-by-1 to the bottom of your screen. So 3-by out to the running back, wide open. Get in there. He leaps. He's in the end zone. Carson Steele. Let's go. Now the defense has to hold. That's the scary part. Look at my guy, bro. My guy, we got to give him. We got you. Listen, he's got to get the crowd cheering, man. We got to give him that crowd cheering. It's good. All right. 21-17 Philly. New England's got to put it in the end zone. A field goal does nothing. 3:39 left in the 4th quarter. I don't know, Yoss. I can't say that I have the answer to like what's happening with McKee. I think a lot of people assumed because he came out of Stanford, but I don't think they realized how much shotgun he was running at Stanford. I think they're thinking of like the David Shaw and like, the Jim Harbaugh era Stanford football. He hasn't looked good, man. I think he's done a good job hitting that little play you saw there. That's not the first time that they've set that up. And of course, we're not getting the complete expansion of the football, the play sheet, I should say. And I will say, in between the numbers, throwing above 10 yards, at least in this last drive, he looked competent. Outside the numbers above 10 yards, holy hell, he has not had a good time setting his feet and getting that ball out of his hands. I'm not too sure what the hell is going on there, guys, to be real. I wish I had the answer for you, but I really and honestly, I just don't. Mr. Satman said, Carson been watching that Saquon Barkley tape. Let me give that soundbite to Saquon, bro. It's one of my favorite Saquon soundbites.
I ran through Buddy.
Saquon's funny, bro. I ran through Buddy. And then there's another Saquon one.
It's going to be a grimy one. F it.
Look, I got to give Carson Steele some credit, guys. Holy hell, man. Like, he's had a hell of a game. Ty Robinson's had a hell of a game. Carson Steele's had a hell of a game. Joshua Warwick got in there for his first sack. Gabe Hall's had a damn good, game, to be honest. Trying to think who I might be leaving out, guys. I mean, we've had a few dudes that kind of have flashed a little bit, right? I'll give Shaun Wade some credit, man. That 2 straight games of peanut punch. That young man deserves some credit. No doubt. Like, no doubt about it, guys. Yeah, James, no shit, bro. I'm with you, bro. This pass defense been a little shaky. We're gonna need a play from the D-line here. All right, we're kicking it off, guys. 21-17 Philly. 330. Ooh, big-ass hit, bro. Jose Ramirez is playing some ball, too, man. I think he deserves a little bit of credit for tonight. 3:33 in the fourth quarter. I cannot see this young man's name. I know they said his name 1,000 times, but I don't remember their third string quarterback, guys, to be real with you. I remember DeVito because I think I called him Tommy DeVito earlier. Yeah, Covey had that really nice red zone reception. That's a good point, Lambaroo. All right, shotgun formation. Running back offset to the left. 3-by-1 to the bottom of your screen. He's looking to the 3-by side. Throws the ball. Oh, damn, that should have been a pick. Come on, man. We have had an opportunity a few times for interceptions in this game. Aishan, that's a good point, bro. I'm giving up even trying to name them at this point. I think that's Isaiah Bolden. I don't remember, to be real. I couldn't even tell you, bro. All right, shotgun. Running back is offset to the right. 2-by-2 set. Boundaries to the top of your screen. And, oh, good hit. Shaun Wade showing up, bro. Shaun Wade got the calling that there might be an opening out here. Shaun Wade, he's playing physical, man. That's one young man I haven't had the opportunity to make a video about. I might actually watch his tape, and he's had some up and down moments, but I do think he plays physical at least. All right, guys. 3rd and 6. Shotgun formation. Running back offset to the right. 2-by-2. Pressure's there. Damn, that was a good play by that player, bro. I think he got the first just off of pure effort, man. That's not good, man. You got to wrap up and make that tackle if you're on the defense. That was not a good look for that linebacker, man. Or was that a corner? I can't even tell anymore, man. I can't. Can you show the play, guys? Oh! Can you give us an interception, man? Holy hell. That is like 4 times tonight. Somebody secure the damn ball. Eye shines all over it. Damn, can this defense secure the ball? All right, guys. 2nd and 10. DeVito's looking, or not DeVito, whoever the hell this guy's name is. Guys, this tackling is insane. We have got to be better, man. They need to drill this 3rd unit. Holy hell, can y'all make a tackle, man? Third and 1, guys. 2:14 mark. 2:13. 2:12. All right, shotgun formation. Running backs offset to the right. It's a 2x2. Running it. Yeah, that was easy. That was an easy pickup for them guys. Gush had a shot at it and kind of missed it. Yeah, we're getting run all over, guys. That's for sure. IDC says he surrenders. Yeah, this defense, man. I mean, the good news is they got to drive. They got to drive damn near 49 yards here with 2 minutes. So, protect the field. But yeah, this defense is giving up a lot of yards. That's for sure, guys. Offensively, how did we do tonight? Let's take a look at the stat lines while we're at these game stats. So the Eagles have possessed it 26.97, basically almost 27 minutes of possession. The Patriots are at about 31 minutes. 18 first downs for Philly, 19 for New England. To be fair, that is a way better freaking performance than last week. There's still a lot to be desired. Total yards. We're almost at 300, guys. 299, which I don't think we're going to get the opportunity to cross that threshold. 337 for the Patriots. 209 passing to 199 passing for the Patriots. 90 yards rushing for Philly to 138 for New England. 7 penalties to 5 penalties. We certainly closed that damn gap. Total return yards, 112 for the New England, 107 for Philly. Total plays, 63 for New England, 57 for Philly. Yards per play, 5.3 for New England, 5.2 for Philly. At least it kind of evened its way back out. There was a huge difference for a while. Total turnovers, 1 turnover. Those 4 sacks and that 1 turnover have really held us in the game, to be honest. That peanut punch, man, because we have had some opportunities to ice this damn thing away, man. Aishan said 84 yards receiving, bro. Box score, we'll take a look. Tanner McKee was 16 of 22, 2 touchdowns, and a 125 passer rating. It's preseason. I'm not going to read too much into that, but yeah, I mean, Tanner McKee's at least looked somewhat competent. The only concern I have with him is above 10 yards to the outside the numbers. I think something is not right with his footwork there. He's going to have to work on that. It's been 2 weeks in a row with that. Andy Dalton has given us nothing. 3 of 10 for 30 yards. I don't know what the hell is happening with Andy Dalton, man, but he looks cooked to me. Shipley had 11 rushes for 56 yards and a 5.1 average. But Carson had 12 attempts for 33 yards. But he's had 6 catches for 84 yards and a touchdown. Look at Ezekanma, 3 for 30 in this game. Darius Cooper had 3 for 44. Stone Smart has been the other guy they've been working at the tight end spot. All right, y'all. 2-minute warning. 1st and 10. 21-17 Philly. The ball's at New England's 49. The Patriots come out in shotgun formation. Actually, it's at their 49. All right, they motion into a 2x2. All right, we got a protection change. And they called for an opposite run there. Ooh, that was a stick. Maximus Pulley in there with a stick, bro. That was a good play. About a run of maybe a yard. 2 yards if they're being very nice about it. Yeah, they gave him 2 yards. 2nd and 8. All right, 138, 137, 136. Shotgun, 2x2. Running back was off to the left, picking up the blitz. Ooh. Blown opportunity there. Yeah, that was a blown opportunity by the Patriots. We'll take it. All righty. Shotgun, 3rd and 8. 2x2. Running backs off to the quarterback's left. Oh, beat him on a damn slant. I think New England just used a timeout, guys. 1:22 to go in the fourth. Somebody's got to make a play here for the Eagles, man. They've had opportunities to seal this damn game. And to be fair, man, there's just no excuse. Because these dudes that are in, like Ambry Thomas and Sean Wade, these dudes have NFL playing experience. And you're playing dudes that are fighting to be in the league. Like, come on. And no excuse for these corners. They got to make a damn play here. Sean Wade did a peanut punch, but you get what I'm saying, man. Oh. Well, something's being reviewed. Maybe they're checking the spot. Yeah, probably. Yeah, they're probably checking. Yeah. Well, it's under 2, so it's got to be an official review, doesn't it? I don't think it's Philly. Apparently, they're ready to go home, guys. You think Vrabel wants this win, James? Probably. I don't think I've ever heard of him either, IDC, to be real with you. Come on. All right, let's see what we got here, guys. Oh, yeah, he's down short. He's 1,000% down short. Yeah. I don't know if that's going to change the outcome of shit, but at least it'll be 4th and 1. It'll piss Vrabel off. All right. Let's see what we got here, guys. Yeah, IDC. Yeah, this particular unit. We were doing really well earlier in the game, but yeah, this particular unit has had its troubles. I feel like the Eagles are trying to cheat a little bit though, because I see Gabe Hall back in the game, Ty Robinson's in the game, and I think they brought Zion back in the game. So Zion Wilson, is that his name, guys? He had a couple of really good run stuffs earlier in the game. But I make no promises, IDC. It's like 4th and freaking half a yard. I mean, you should be able to put your quarterback under center and go pick that up with a quarterback sneak. But yeah, let's see. All right, now they're coming up. They went for the throw. Oh, they didn't want to run it at him. They threw it at him. Clock's still running, though. I don't think he made it out of bounds, to be fair. Did he make it out of bounds? No, he's not out of bounds. Yeah. The hell are you talking about, Vrabel? My man's clearly down. We'll see, IDC. We'll see, bro. Come on, Ty. Give us a sack. Yeah, that's a flag. I don't know what the hell. It was very clearly a pass interference call, but so it's offsetting. That's true, Mr. Sandman. That's very freaking true. Come on, man. We need a sack here, turnover, something. Come on. Come on, defense. Breathe us some life. Damn, look at Ty, bro. Jesus, guys. Are you kidding me? Ah, these corners, guys. I'm a little disappointed, man. These dudes have starting experience before. They should be better against this caliber competition, man. Like, I guess it is what it is. It's not that important, but holy hell, man. All right, let's see if they get the +1. 57 seconds to get into field goal range, basically, with 2 timeouts. Oh, hell, bro. Come on, man. And that's Bolden, I think, isn't it? Pretty sure it's Bolden out there. Whew. Oh, we got all 3 guys? I thought they were showing 2 earlier, but they've been all. Yeah, I see 3 now, too. Yeah, I see 3 on there now, too. I think they originally thought we called that 1 timeout, but I guess they corrected it. Come on now. We got all 3 timeouts, 57 seconds on the clock. There's enough time to win this damn game. All right, let's see where it gets fielded. Come on. We're not even going to make it to the 30-yard line, man. Come on, Quez. What the hell was that? Alrighty. 53 seconds, 24-21. We're starting probably around our 29-ish. I mean, it's enough time on the clock, but they're going to have to actually push the damn ball. We'll see. All right, let's see what we got here, guys. Is that your cousin? No. Yeah, it is. IDC, that's your cousin, bro. That's Cole Payton. Oh, are you kidding me, bro? What the hell, bro? Shit, man. They're just trying to screw us on this one, man. Bro, I don't mean to criticize, but their broadcast sucks, man. Like, all right, let's see what we can do here. 47 seconds. All 3 timeouts, but 1st and 20 now. From, I don't know, what, our 19, 20-yard line? You got to draw something up here, guys. We need them to draw something up. I barely read our 18-yard line, guys. Holy hell, man. All right. 1st and 20, Cole Payton. He's in a shotgun. Running back's offset to his right, 2x2. He's throwing a quick little hitter out here. All right. I think that's the Stone Smart. Yeah, it is. I think we got back pretty close to the original line of scrimmage at least. Yeah, it was like a good 9-10 yard pickup there. I'd like to see them roll him out and just let him, if it's there, let Cole run. My man's got the athleticism to definitely get you in field goal range or give you a shot at the end zone. All right, they put a second back on the clock, 42 seconds. 2nd and 10 from the 28. All right, it's a 3-by-1. To the top of your screen is the 3-by. Cole Payton's in the shotgun, takes a snap. Oh, shit, that's a fumble. That sucks, man. Yeah, it's a better overall performance than last week, but man, yeah, Williams got absolutely destroyed on that one, Eyeshine. I agree. I'm disappointed in Cameron Williams, man. Jeez, bro, that is just a terrible rep, Cam. Cam was decent last year in that final game. He has not looked the part at all, man. I mean, earlier in the season when I saw from him in week 18 last year, I was like, you know what, man, he might be a guy that could develop as a backup to Markel Bell. Like, I don't know, man. He has not looked good this offseason, dude. Markel Bell's looked like the real deal, but Cameron Williams is, yeah, that's just not good, bro. That's just not good. All right, guys. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm sorry this is the way the game ended because, damn, we had a shot here, man. We had a shot, man. We blew it, man. All right, guys. 24-21, Patriots final from Foxborough. The offense at least showed some signs of, being awake in this game, but yeah, it wasn't enough to get the win. But it's the preseason. We know this crap doesn't matter, so it is what it is. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in so much, guys. I'm going to jump off of here because I got to get the baby ready for bed. But with that said, man, we'll be back next week again with week 3 of the preseason, and I might even go live if I can when they get down to the actual 53-man roster decisions, so we can kind of have that all together to kind of know exactly what they're going to do. So I'm going to look into maybe doing a live stream for that one as well, bro. But hey, guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. It was kind of crazy to have over 30 of you all watching this preseason game with me. All right, y'all. Peace. I'm out of here.